All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Another watch along lined up for you guys. This time of the La Liga nature, which is hopefully going to be very interesting and a good brand of football. I mean, it's so difficult to watch Chelsea at times, especially in an attacking manner. Defensively, it was a shambles against Brentford, but I don't expect that to happen again. We always seem to have every season one of those calamities, but attacking wise, oh my God, it's so difficult. But Barcelona, Sevilla, ladies and gentlemen, I've been very, very impressed with Barcelona since Xavi took over, and I really, really like to watch, Barcelona under Xavi. So, hence why we're doing this particular watch along. And hopefully, it's going to be a very entertaining game. The lineup looks stunning for Barcelona, by the way. So we're going to look at the lineup very, very soon. Let me know how you guys feeling. Hopefully, there's some Barcelona fans that can pop in as well. It'll be good to see any Barca fans coming in, and just let me know how you're feeling. If you're a Chelsea fan that's watching this particular match, let me know how you're feeling the day after that particular debacle. But it is what it is. We're going to have Ishan and Ryan coming into the stream very, very soon. They're just running slightly late. Ishan will be here in 15 minutes, and Ryan will be here very, very soon as well. Let's have a look at the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the lineup before the match starts. Match starts in about 17 minutes. So this is the lineup for Barcelona. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, Dani Alves. I mean, blast from the past, ladies and gentlemen. The man's like 35 plus, I'm pretty sure. How old is Dani Alves? "38 years, Dani Alves. That's incredible. Starting for Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Araujo, he's a very, very good player. The last time we watched Barcelona versus Real Madrid, it was the El Clasico a few weeks ago. And Araujo was playing as a right back, and he was very good as a right back as well. But he's back into his preferred position, which is CB. Gerard Piqué, an absolute all-timer as well. Legend of the game, Jordi Alba, another one that is quite old, but still very, very good player. Let's see. Jordi Alba, age 33. Okay, he's on. Must have started very, very young. Not that old. Frankie de Jong in the midfield. Can't wait to watch him actually. See what he does from that midfield as a number 8. He's a plethora. His skill set has a plethora of talent. Sergio Busquets going to be the deepest midfielder, more like a regista. Pedri, ladies and gentlemen, he's someone that I'm so keen to watch. His passing range, his vision. It's going to be fantastic to see in this particular match what he's capable of doing with that front three of Ousmane Dembele, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be incredible. You'll see exactly what we lack at Chelsea Football Club in terms of our wingers. Ousmane Dembele, direct, takes his players on. 1v1 situation, he's not worried. That's what you need as a winger. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the number 9 position. Ferran Torres as well is a very good inside forward. Yeah, at times he misses his opportunities, but as an inside forward, he's a top inside forward. Oloisi, good to see you, my man. Miz, you haven't recovered from the horrific scenes that took place yesterday. Yeah, man. That was mad. But it is what it is. Got my boy Ryan here. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm so stupid. Like, I'm there waiting for you to send this link, and I forgot you sent it like 8 hours ago. So I messaged you like 5 minutes ago saying I'm ready whenever you are. And then it occurred to me the link is already here in my DMs. So sorry about being 5 minutes late, man.
That's absolutely all right. Good to have you, my man. I mean, good to hopefully see some good football, right? Do you know what I mean? Like some proper
Guys, We're about to see
legitimate
a true
football.
ball. Do you guys know what's a true ball? We're gonna see it today, my friends.
And they they actually know, like players like Ferran Torres, they know how to play inside forward, and you'll see Osman Dembele 1v1 1v1 um
You'll see shots on
style of play.
target. You'll see, these things like this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Sack on the fence, good to see you as well. Salary cut for all Chelsea players after that performance yesterday. I mean, doesn't even matter about salary, cuts. Probably Timo Werner, and he's getting an absolute stealing of a living at Chelsea Football Club. But Ryan, this is the lineup for Barcelona. Before we have a look at the Sevilla lineup,
Mhm.
we kind of exchanged some messages on WhatsApp saying, "Wow, that looks
Yeah.
like a lit lineup." Man,
At the
what's your
same
thoughts?
time. At the
At
same
the same
time.
time as well. At the same time.
Now this is probably my favorite lineup of Barca. If I were to create my 11 right now with current players, which I'm really excited to see. Haven't seen Dani Alves play for a while, so I'm excited to see him play.
Bro, he's 38 and he's starting. He's 38.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that. That front three and midfield three, I think
That's
it's
incredible,
perfect.
bro.
It's
That's
perfect.
incredible. Yeah.
Do you know what formation Sevilla plays with? Is it a 4-3-3 also?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting, man, because it's system versus system. So we're gonna see how teams work out, how they're gonna get it better of each other. They will have to change shape somewhere in between. So
Yeah, no, 100%. Jeff Nally, good to see you. Big up Miz and Ryan. Ishan will be here very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Sevilla lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Lucas Ocampos, Martial, bad boy from Man United. Let's see what he's up to. Eric Lamela as well from Spurs. Jordan, Nemanja Gudelj, Ivan Rakitic, ex-Barcelona player. Rekik Jules Kunde is someone we're linked with, so it'll be good to see how he does. Diego Carlos, Jesus Neves. I mean, come on, ex-Man City player as well. He's quite
yeah,
old. I'm just trying to have a look.
he's just Navas is like 84 on FIFA still. 84
Are you
rated
serious?
with 90 pace. Yeah, on FIFA. I buy him every season like for like 17 million, and he's amazing.
Wow,
So
bro. He's
that's my
36 as
analysis.
well.
That's my pro analysis here for you guys. I buy him on FIFA every year for 17 million pounds. You'll get a good player, man.
And in the goalkeeping position is Yassin Benu. I mean, Ryan, thoughts on the Sevilla lineup?
No, it's a good lineup. I'm interested to see, as I said, system versus system. I'm interested to see how things work out. Anthony Martial is a striker who's very mobile, so we're going to see good football here, man. Those fullbacks, they bomb forward, they're very attacking. So to be honest, this is going to be, I think it's fourth versus third or third versus second in La Liga, but it's a huge match. It's a huge match.
Yeah, you're right. It's actually fourth versus second. Sevilla's second. Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen, before Xavi came on, I think Ryan, they were like eighth or ninth in the table.
Yeah, the
Um,
Lampard settings and at Barca. No.
I still can't get over the fact that people actually thought, "Oh no, Barcelona is going with the Chelsea route with getting an ex legend of the club coming back, and it's going to have the same impact." It's just mad the way they were talking about that.
No, but Xavi had like how much 3 years under his belt managing, 3 or 4 years. So I mean, and that team won trophies season after season too, where he played, and they played really good football.
Yeah, no, 100%. They played really good football. He's one of my managers that I'm keenly watching. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why I'm watching Barcelona because Xavi's tactical play is incredible.
What's
I
that
mean,
reason, bro? What's that reason that you're watching Barca, bro?
underneath Ryan, Barca's your second team, so maybe even creeping up to be your first team. Who knows?
No,
Hey,
Ishan not say so.
yeah, I know. Don't say it to Ishan, man. He'll get very mad.
Ishan just
But
played for CSK in IPL, and he's just beating again. Already knows.
but I think next season, Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen, I think they'll do an absolute madness. I expect Barcelona to probably come second. I mean, Ryan, do you think they'll comfortably take over Atletico Madrid and Sevilla with the remaining games?
I think they're on a right trajectory now. Both Atletico and Barcelona has European football to play, so they're it's kind of stacked with fixtures. So we'll see how that plays a part in their form. But when I think about form, Barcelona is on an upward trajectory right now for sure. So it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close.
100%, 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, about 9 minutes left for the match to start. Make sure you smash the like button as you come through. Hopefully, this is going to be an exciting match. As Ryan said, looks like it's going to be a well balanced match between two teams. Ryan, how do you expect this to sort of pan out? I don't know if Spanish teams they like to sit deep or park the bus. I feel like there will be an element, obviously, of defending because Barcelona will control the possession. But you don't expect Sevilla to play anti-football. Like they've got footballers that can hurt you as well, right?
Yeah, no, they do for sure. Haven't watched Sevilla play for a while. But you know what? That's why we have 9 minutes before kickoff. Let me check the previous fixtures to see how they have panned out because
they were in Champions League, right? Did they
I
make
know
it to
the manager is really good and he's actually linked with Manu right now too. So
Lopetegui, I think that's
yeah,
how you pronounce it.
yeah, good job. I mean, against West
Sevilla
Ham,
got
they
knocked
had
out by West Ham. Yeah, Sevilla got knocked out by West Ham in Europa. Yeah.
West Ham they had 56% possession. Against Sevilla, I mean
be
Real
honest,
Sociedad they had 60%
They didn't
possession.
look that great against West Ham, I must admit. Especially in the second leg, West Ham were all over them. First leg, fair enough, but I was quite surprised that West Ham were able to do the kind of damage they did on Sevilla, even though the score was 2-1 in extra time, 2-0. West Ham pretty much dominated that match, which was interesting.
Seems that they're a possession-based team, but against Barcelona, it's going to be very tactical, man, because it's going to be two teams with similar styles of play. So, it could either be really crazy with both teams going back and forth, or it could be a cagey affair where Sevilla sits back and tries to counter because with Alves and Alba and PK might try to
I think
counter
that might be
them.
the smartest thing to do, right? That's probably the way to go about this particular match against Barcelona.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Siddharth, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Miz. We've got, as I said, 5 minutes before the match starts. Let me just get my stream sorted. Expecting a Barcelona win, Ryan?
They've been in such good form that maybe some lost points is possible, but I want to see them win.
Yeah. Same. I'm expecting a Barcelona win. No disrespect to Sevilla, but I think this might be a bit too much for them. Ladies and gentlemen, what's your score prediction for this particular match between Barcelona and Sevilla? Barcelona versus Sevilla at Barcelona's home ground as well in Camp Nou. I think it's called Spotify Camp Nou now or something like that.
I think Juventus versus Inter is going on right now.
Oh, yeah. Simultaneously, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just...
it's 0-0. 4 minutes have passed.
Spurs pumped Newcastle 5-1. Wow.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah.
Conte.
Yeah, Conte taking over there.
Yeah, but when he lost and he was just like, maybe I'm just not a good.
Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. It's not you. Maybe it's me.
Yeah. Wow. 5-1, eh?
Yeah, man. When you got players like Emerson Royale scoring, Conte is back.
Tottenham won 4 of the last 5 games.
They're on a bit of a run.
They're
fourth now. They're fourth, but
Arsenal's got 2 games in hand.
Correct.
We have 1 game in hand over Tottenham.
I'm worried, man. Even though our fixture in the running is not that difficult till the end of the season, but we have a tendency of screwing things up. So
Non-difficult fixtures is probably our most difficult fixtures due
th-
to how they
th-
set up in low blocks.
that's the thing, man. That's the thing. I rather actually have some difficult fixtures because
Yeah,
we tend to do well.
like back and
Um,
forth football. Yeah.
Back and forth football, man. Mohammed is there. Good to see you. Big up Miz and Ryan. Going to be watching Juve versus Inter mostly. It seems like a few people are watching Juve Inter. Um, nil all over there at the moment. My
Yeah,
boy
but I was
Ishan is
thinking
here.
Juve versus Inter Allegri ball right now versus Chappie ball. I know which one I'm picking, bro.
Shabby ball for sure, bro. Ishan, my man, how you doing, bro?
Ah, it's so good to be back, isn't it? It's so good to be back. It's been some time. It's been some time. Missed this. Uh, Fortunately, very fortunately, I wasn't here for the Chelsea game.
You would have lost it, Ishan. I think you would have
I
lost it.
I dodged that. Dodged that bullet. But then yeah, it's good to be back. And then watch alongs. Let's see how this match goes, man. Really excited for this one.
Yeah, we played so rubbish as well, Ishan, but it is what it is. Sadati saying 2-1. Mohammed is there. I watched Spurs versus Newcastle. Kane should just become a deep line playmaker. Honestly, the guy as a striker is more than a striker. Playmaker, 100%. And he just keeps racking up these assists. And his passing ability is excellent. I would even say KDB level. Like, seriously, it's almost KDB level. Football style. Big up Miz, Chelsea 5 times, Newcastle United. Sakala fans, Barca players look happy and are playing football with no tension. Mindset is so important in this game. Yeah, UK TV don't do La Liga, sucks, but big up Ishan. I need Will Smith to flash me. Want to forget about yesterday. Yeah, incredible. Ishan, I just want to get your thoughts on this before we start the match. Very soon they're going to kick off. Barcelona lineup, bro, looks pretty lit, man.
Yeah,
Sirac,
yeah. Nah,
Rakitic
this
hugging
lineup,
those.
this lineup's amazing. I mean, definitely my focus is gonna be on Pedri again. That man seems exciting every game that he plays, and
Yeah,
again, not just Pedri but also Aubameyang. He's been in some lit form, so it'll be interesting to see how this match goes. Also, it is said that Sevilla is one of the most better defending teams in La Liga as far as all the La Liga teams are concerned. So Sevilla's got that reputation. So it'll be interesting to see how Real Madrid, how the way Barcelona pumped Real Madrid, would they be able to do the same against Sevilla or not? That'll be interesting to see.
100%. Ryan, you were going to say something about Rakitic?
No, just saying, I saw Rakitic hugging all those Barca players. That's like me right now with my Chelsea jacket on, hugging all them and shit.
Oh man, Ishan gets so irritated when Ryan talks about Barcelona. Ishan,
No, he's converted already.
he's inside his Barcelona, bro. He's Barcelona.
He's done. He's done.
But I have to say, Ishan, I have to say one thing though.
Yeah.
I had a video with, I did a video with Ryan earlier today, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not watched that, make sure you catch that. It's a tactical video. Ishan, we Chelsea Football Club, we haven't played good football for a while. We always seem to have that awful performance whenever a team, defensively is solid, has a good structure like the way Brentford did, and they counter-attack really well. You must admit, Ishan, it's so difficult to watch Chelsea at times because we lack that attacking identity, that attacking philosophy. Do you get annoyed at times that, come on, man, we've got a lot of quality. Why do we play like this?
Yeah, man. Listen, even Rudiger's coming out and saying, when nothing happens, I go out and try to do something. That's exactly what the scenario happened last game.
Yeah.
Nothing was happening, and Rudiger went out and pumped a 40-yard long ranger or something. That was hilarious to see. I mean, Rudiger celebrate as well. But then, man, oh man, after that, Miz, I believe that it's our defense that kept us in the competition. The way
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
Everything
the
that we've
way
been
we-
winning as well, Ishan, it's because of the defense.
Exactly. The way we won the Champions League as well last season, this season as well, the way we've been managing ourselves to keep ourselves inside top four, I think so. It was our defense. Now, when you see just 10 minutes in the game where we let loose a little bit, maybe lose focus or concentration, we get pumped 4 goals in like 10-15 minutes. We have that capability. But when it comes to attacking prowess, miss, that was a problem right from the beginning, isn't it? I mean,
Always.
every time we we're always there in the watch along, and every time we have that one question: how are we gonna score next? Whenever we don't have good games, teams like Brentford, they come up and ask questions relentlessly, and that's how it is when it's difficult. And I think so. You're spot on. I watched your match review as well, and you were exactly spot on. The 4 goals that we conceded is not my point of concern. I'm
Yeah.
not concerned of.
That's not
by
going to
that.
happen
It's-
again. It won't happen
yeah,
again.
yeah, of course. It's just a blip. Just the way we conceded 5 goals against West Brom the last season. This one
Correct.
as well is a blip. And I do not pay attention to it. But then the way we are not creating chances, the way Rudiger has to come out and hit a 40-yard
mad.
screamer,
It's mad.
that is mad. That is mad. And I really now, it's a question of consistency for all the attacking players. You know what I mean? Nobody's consistent. That's
No, yeah,
that's the
absolutely
bottom
right.
line.
The Stone
The
Cold
Stone
said so.
Cold said so.
What a WrestleMania! What a WrestleMania! I enjoyed it.
That's the
Yeah.
bottom line.
So
The
Ishan was
Stone
yesterday,
Cold
eh?
said so.
Watching WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Ishan's got a
No, I
Ishan's got a
can't miss that,
WWE
can't miss that,
haircut
man.
as well. Look at that. Ishan, show me the sides, bro. That haircut looks lit. Wow,
I
bro.
can as well put in a spike, but I just did not. I
Love
thought,
it, bro. Love it.
let's
Here we
be
go,
sober.
ladies and
My-
gentlemen.
My team got pumped 4-1. Let's be sober.
The match has started. We're off and running. 16
Okay.
seconds, 17 seconds, 18 seconds, 19 seconds if you want to link up with us. And already Barcelona's on the ascendancy. Ferran Torres with the ball.
But just to take you back on the Chelsea discussion just a little bit, just
Yeah,
one
bro.
question.
Talk
Did
to
you
me.
hear about the Ricketts releasing a statement of 8-point
Yeah.
plan involvement?
Yeah, bro.
Saw that,
I
right?
mean,
And
look,
we
they're
sure
gonna
we
win.
don't believe that.
Oh, no one believes that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here's an announcement from me. The Ricketts are going to win. Just letting you know. They're
Yeah,
winning
yeah.
the bid. They'll be the owner. So
Yeah.
it is what
Even
it
I
is,
know.
man.
Even I'm confident.
Everyone out there is doing their best for them to win. So
Yes.
it was always rigged. I said it. It was always corrupted. It was always rigged. If we didn't find any information about them in social media,
Hey
they
yo,
would
what,
have
what
already
happened
won.
to Sergio Busquets?
Yeah, he just.
Oh, he's a fan of Undertaker, reminding him. Lately inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
into the.
I hope
Hall
he's
of
not
Fame.
injured seriously.
He just had a. I thought it was just a bump, wasn't it, from his shoulder?
Was it a head collision though?
I didn't see a head collision. I
Yeah,
gotta see
yeah.
it again. Was it a head
Got
collision?
got hit in his jaw.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Hope he's fine. Gavi's warming up, isn't it?
The stretchers here, I think he's finished.
Oh my god. Oh, I hope he's fine.
It didn't seem like a
Yeah,
big
it
collision.
didn't. Yeah, it didn't seem like a huge collision between him and Gerard Piqué.
I thought he was, just playing out, just the way Barcelona players do usually do.
Just faking
I
it, huh?
mean, he's
Yeah.
up now.
Yeah, he's up. Look at Xavi, bro. Up and coming manager, man. Watch out for Xavi, ladies and gentlemen.
But and
This
it's,
guy's
it's,
made
it's
the
just
real deal.
PK pumped into him too.
Yeah.
You know, Xavi
Yeah,
said
it's
his
fun.
best friend in Barcelona was Busquets.
Best friend, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I thought maybe it would have been Iniesta. I guess because of the
I was
way,
going to say the same thing.
because how close they were in midfield.
That's nice. I think my turn was like 15 seconds before y'all. So
Oh, you're ahead of us.
no, I'm like 227 right now, 228, 229.
Oh, you're about 15 seconds behind. That's fine.
Yeah, that's because the zone. That's how the zone is. So
Barcelona now playing from the back. Look at this one-touch football, man. No time to think about. Let me see. Let me scout where I'm gonna pass the ball. Honestly, Ishan, look, I know there's going to be a lot of comparison whilst we're watching this. Oh, look at that, man. Oh, brilliant. Here we go. Pedri, they're moving in nicely. Dani Alves up. Dani Alves looking for an early cross, and that has handball. Ishan, obviously, we're going to find a lot of both Ishan and Ryan. We're gonna find ourselves a lot watching Barcelona and sort of comparing how we sometimes play. You're already noticing, Ishan, like one touch football, one touch pass, boom. Each player knows where the ball needs to go. The movement is crisp. The build up is quick. It bothers me so much sometimes, Ishan. We are so just side to side. Who's free? Yeah, that guy. Let's pass. It, quick. Come on. Does it bother you, bro?
Oh, it does. It does. It absolutely does, and it's exactly how you actually try to imitate, and it's actually that there are players whenever they receive the ball, it seems like they're in a slow motion. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Likes of Marcus Alonso and many others. The
yeah.
play just slows down. Uh, and yeah, most of the time it seems like the way we attack is so monotonous and so predictable then that at times you get opponents like Brentford, you get confused how to attack, where to attack.
Yeah.
You don't know when the next goal is coming. And I'm sure all of us as Chelsea fans, we were asking this same question at some point of time throughout the whole game, that when and how is the next goal going to come from? And we had no sort of ideas. That's how peak it is, man, at this point of time. And
Eh,
sometimes when we play good, when the commitment is there, Miss, I think so
mm,
we are capable to generate stuff. We are capable to create a lot. But when the commitment is not there, the system that people talk about, I think so it resonates to a lot what the players have to commit into the pitch. If the players are committing at highest level, we create
mm,
opportunities left, right, and center. But if they don't, it seems like the worst set of players, worst set of system into the pitch. You know what I mean? So the
yeah.
commitment of the players, it's so important in the system. And when they don't, just like the game against Brentford, it seems like the worst players and worst pitch in the worst day. You know what I mean?
Hey,
And
Miss,
you, yeah, go on, bro.
I just want to talk about some tactically here, right? You know
Mm,
how Chelsea was just pressing like crazy people yesterday with a front three always and leaving
yeah,
gaps in midfield? Look at how Barcelona press. They begin in a 4-5-1, and then
yeah,
after they only progress man marking wise. So
yep,
when they press forward, they only press forward man marking. So that means the persons in midfield is already marked when
yep.
they are pressing when before they
You're
press
blocking out the
forward.
passing lanes, basically.
Yeah.
When you're man marking, you're blocking the passing lanes out.
No, it's like, okay, so when we pressed forward yesterday, right, we left the midfielders free, right?
Yep,
But in
yep.
in in Barcelona, they started a 4-5-1, and only when Busquets and those guys man mark the midfielders, then Pedri and those guys roam forward and press forward, and press
Mm.
forward in a 4-3-3 or whatever they want to do, a 4-2-3-1 or 2-3-1 or whatever. So
Yep.
they have that base. So they always fall back to a 4-5-1 base, man mark the central midfielders, then press forward to the center backs, which is something we don't do. And that is why yesterday we had so much gaps in midfield and we were exposed so much.
No, 100% well said. There's got to be an ideology as to how you press. Look at this. Ferran Torres inside the box. Ferran Torres with the curler. Oh,
Oh,
over the top of the bar. Look, a lot of people have, negative things to say about Ferran Torres, that, he's not a clinical finisher, this, that, the other. I remember, Ryan, you saying to me, and I think as well, Ishan was saying to me as well, is a proper, like, when we, and I'll ask this to Ishan first, then I'll go to Ryan. Ishan, when we talk about inside forwards, the way that we play at times with inside forwards,
yeah.
that what you just saw from Ferran Torres, that's how an inside forward plays, right? That's the classic out wide, be direct, cut in, look for the shot, that whipping
Yeah.
shot. Like that's your inside forward play. We don't
100%.
see that at Chelsea Football Club.
100%. And inside forward, you put a Hakim Ziyech in, he feels like he's not at home. He feels like he's playing in some Mars or Jupiter. You know what I mean? It seems like the world has turned around for him, and not just him, maybe Pulisic as well. Pulisic also might envy playing in that wing as a winger role.
Yeah.
Wide left, extreme wide left area. Same goes with Hudson Odoi. You know what I mean? And Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, I think so. These two are the only players who are flexible enough to be fitted in into those inside forwards, or maybe Havertz when you call a false nine, or you put him in a false nine role. Apart
I
from
was
that, it seems like, yeah, the players uncomfortable. But then, Miss, I have a belief that whenever these players put in that effort into the pitch, regardless of the position, the the natural creativity comes out. But if not, then it becomes the worst day.
Yeah.
listen. When I think about wingers, I don't care if they're inside wingers, outside the line, in the middle of the field. My wingers have to always be the best at being 1v1 in our team, because having you're not always going to have numerical advantage up top and on the wing. That's why we didn't have a presence between the lines centrally ever, because we always need to bring so much people next to our wingers because they can't do it on their own. They always need 1-2s to get in behind and cross. It's very important to have your wingers be able to do 1v1, so your midfielders could be in between the lines and could be in different parts of the pitch to have that possession based football, that tiki taka, one touch, beautiful football. We don't have that. Even Havertz, Mount, they can't go 1v1. Hudson Doyle doesn't go 1v1 since he was 17 years old.
Correct.
Pulisic didn't go 1v1 since Lampard was here. Who else do we play on the wing? Ziyech. Well, I
Bro,
never
we've
saw him.
played Timo Werner there. Timo Werner's just simply
Ziyech,
not.
yeah, Ziyech can't go 1v1 to save his life. And Werner, well, I prefer not to speak. I prefer not to speak.
And
Absolutely. Oh,
maybe
look at
that's
Ousmane
one of the
Dembele.
reason why, Miss, I think so. That's one of the reason why Thomas Tuchel wants Dembele. You know what I mean? And he's
Did you just see, Ishan, what Dembele just
yeah.
did?
Yeah,
Took the
exactly.
player
I think so.
on, took the player on and went for
So
a cross.
maybe that's one of the reasons why, because without that, I think so the whole attacking prowess diminishes, and then that's nothing that Thomas Tuchel can do about it. You know what I mean? 1v1 progressions and 1v1 take-ons is an individual, factor that a player has to go through, and actually
100%.
accomplish. A manager can do nothing about it.
100%. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, what we are just talking about, you literally saw Ousmane Dembele just produce that. Look at what he's doing, the havoc he's creating on that right side, linking up with Daniel Alves as well. So that's the level of quality you need if you're going to be a wide player.
Wow, what? I see the passes they're trying to.
Yeah, man.
Nice one.
Look
Good
at this,
football,
one
bro.
touch.
That's a true ball,
Very,
guys.
very-
If you all don't know, we don't see it much at our club, but that's through ball. That's when ball goes between the lines and behind.
Look at them. Look how Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see how they deconstruct Sevilla's low block now. Sevilla's now sitting in a low block. And watch what they do.
I think so. The only difference that I'm seeing is that extra man in the middle. I think so. He's not trying to go in the mix and then assist for the passes, or else it's just the same.
Frankie de Jong, ladies and gentlemen, just missed an opportunity from Ousmane Dembele's cross.
Yeah.
And look at that cross came from initially and then fell to Ousmane Dembele. Like that initial cross, I can't remember who produced that cross. Does anyone know who was that? Busquets that put that first cross in? And that's the thing. We don't produce that cross from deep. We always tend to go to the byline and then deliver a cross.
The byline. Welcome to the byline podcast.
Welcome to the byline. Yeah, that early cross is so important, man, just from that midfield. Very, very important. Ray Allen, Chelsea should hire Xavi in the future if he does. Honestly, I mean, I hope Thomas Tuchel sticks around for a while, and I hope he gets his type of players. Oh, nice ball. Before I talk about it, oh, Dembele, early cross. But down the track, yeah, I would want someone like, Xavi's philosophy. Someone who's going to be able to. Sarri was the only one who was trying to get us to play in that manner, more possession-based, tiki-taka.
Sorry.
No, man, continue on.
No.
But yeah, go on, bro.
No, I'm like 15 seconds behind, so I'm now seeing that ball to Dembele, or you talked about like 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, man.
Dembele is spamming so many crosses that you actually don't know in which timeline you are.
Orojo with a header. Um,
By the way, Miss Spurs hammering 5-1 to Newcastle, man.
Conte, bro. Conte is doing. Yeah, they're in a bit of
And guess
form.
what?
4 out of 5 wins. 4 out of 5 now.
Yeah. And guess what? If Arsenal win both of the games in hand, which is apparently one against us, they go above us.
No. I think they win. I think
They go in.
they go 2 behind us. They go 2 behind us. They
Is
only
it?
have 1 game. Yeah, they only have 1 game on hand. So if they win
thought they've
that,
got
they'll go
two.
2 behind us.
Let me check.
Osman Dembele, cross coming in, and it's been managed.
Y'all think we're gonna make top 4?
As I said, our running is not difficult. We should be winning. Oh, another juicy cross from Osman Dembele there. We should be winning, but these are the ones that I think we should be winning are the ones that we find a magnificent way to screw up.
So we have Arsenal we're playing soon, and that's a huge game.
Huge game.
Crystal Palace is FA Cup. Sorry.
And we've got West Ham. We've got West Ham as well.
Southampton
Wow.
in easy.
Tough games.
Southampton never is easy for us. We never
Arsenal and
make
West Ham is tough.
them. Yeah.
Frankie
Southampton's gonna be
Frankie is gonna come and bring his secrets to the bridge. I mean, bring his
But
secrets.
do you know what, Ryan? Like it's all the fixtures that you expect. Okay, Chelsea, it's Chelsea Football Club, man. Like you expect
I
them to
mean,
win.
To be honest, I could see us losing points against Arsenal, West Ham, Southampton. So like, I have no idea what's gonna happen.
We need our attacking brand, like our attacking philosophy to click. We need to have some sort of an idea as to how we want to attack teams. If we don't have that, then we're going to have to expect Rudiger miracles again. Here we go, Daniel
Rudiger
Alves.
miracles.
Just imagine we're in a sort of a top 4 race, and we're speaking like that. Just imagine the position of Man City currently: a single blip, and they lose the title.
Bro,
Leadership.
I see what you're saying. Like the level of pressure, right? Like
Exactly, right?
they're winning games to win titles. Like they got to pump wins. And we are losing to make sure there's a fight in top 4.
Exactly.
Oh, man. You know what hurts, boys? Our team is not rubbish, though. Yeah, there's a couple of bad players, yes. But which team doesn't have that? We should be playing far better football. It's simple as that. We should be playing far better football. You look at Ishan. I'll start with you and go to Ryan after this. Daniel Alves is 38, bro. And look at him move. And when you see Azpilicueta move. I mean, no disrespect to Azpilicueta. I love Azpilicueta. He always gives us at least 7 out of 10s. But, he's not really one of those bombing right backs or right wing backs. You know what I mean? You're seeing what Daniel Alves is doing at the age of 38.
Yeah, there's a difference, man. There's a whole lot of difference. But then I think so. The Premier League demands a lot more. You know what I mean? I'm hella sure Daniel Alves cannot put the shift which he's putting now in Barcelona.
Yeah, probably right.
I don't think so. He can do that in Premier League. So Premier League demands a lot more.
True.
But the fact of the matter is, man, there are differences, and now with all the sanctions and all, maybe the club can't even think about the transfers. You know what I mean? And I think so. This has taken back, at least one transfer window. You really don't know what's going to happen to the club in terms of owners, who the new owners are going to be, how much long they're going to take to settle down, and then actually, bring up new players. So we're quite in a mud, to be very, very honest, when it comes to acquiring new players. So, man, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens with it.
No, absolutely agreed.
It just makes me wonder, though. Like, we need players like wing backs and stuff, or full backs.
Yeah.
But it just makes me think like Hansi Flick, a manager like Hansi Flick, what he could have done with a player like Pulisic or a player like Hudson-Odoi, and the improvement we could see in them. For the past 8 months, none of our players have improved under Tuchel. Last time our players have improved was Rudiger and Kovacic last season to September. But when you see from October to now, none of our players have improved, and especially our young ones. You can't even count Kai because he only got some form like about since February, end of
I feel
February.
like Mount's actually gone backwards. I feel Mount
Yeah,
has gone
and
backwards.
that I mean, yeah, we could blame players all day, but at the end of the day, I'm not getting any positive signs from our manager either. We lost these wing backs, fullbacks 8 months ago, but we have 7 inside forwards. Tell me why we're still playing a three at the back. Why we're still counting on fullbacks when we could make these. We have the attacking players to play a different formation that we wouldn't need to count on these fullbacks anymore to be
Yeah,
attacking. And these are things that I just feel that for the past 8 months it have just been on survival mode for Chelsea. And it shouldn't be because since January all our COVID has gone, all our injuries has gone, barring one or two players. But we have mostly a full squad and we haven't seen any improvement since, or any idea or any philosophy. So
yeah,
it's really worrying, and nobody wants to talk about it. But
yeah. I
Tuchel has a
mean,
major question marks over his name because we just not ain't
look,
seeing it.
do you know what I mean? Like as I said in the video when we did earlier today, that yeah, no one is asking for him to be sacked or anything like that. He's an incredible manager. We want him to stay around. But the truth of the fact is, which we shouldn't shy away from talking about it, and I think even Ishan sort of mentioned this, and Ryan has always mentioned this, is that since we lost our fullbacks with Chilwell and Reece James, we've all been crying out that just play a back four, man. Like, adapt to it. You don't have wing backs. Play a back four and use your attacking players. There are teams that play back four. It's not like it's a myth, that you have to play with back three. You have to play with back three. Train hard, work out a way how you can defend with the double pivot and the back four and fullbacks, and work out a way how you can hold on to the ball and use your attacking players to dominate opposition with possession, so that you don't have to continuously defend. But it's just madman. Oh, shot goes over the top. I mean, I'll go to you, Ishan, and then I'll go to Ryan. Ishan, are you a bit surprised that Thomas Tuchel, since Chilwell has been injured, he really
Yeah.
hasn't adapted? He hasn't adapted. Like, how many times did we say, stop playing the wing backs, man? We don't have wing backs. Stop playing
Yeah.
that. Adapt to a different scenario now. You have the time. Are you a bit disappointed that he hasn't done that?
Yeah, and I think so. I'm more disappointed on, let's say, the board who've decided not to give any sort of players as a backup for Chilwell. I think so. I'm more disappointed on that because the way we are playing when Chilwell was playing, it was,
It
we
was
were
good,
at
actually.
our
It
peak.
was good.
We were
Yeah,
at our
it was
peak.
good.
Nobody was complaining. Nobody had a chance to even raise a single finger on Thomas Tuchel, and then the whole, sort of fraternity, who's ever, you know, whoever is playing in the pitch. But then the thing here is, once Chilwell is out, the fact that there's no backup whatsoever. Why not get a backup for Chilwell? Why not get a backup, knowing the fact that he's got an ACL, he's gonna take time for return. Why not take a backup, knowing the fact that he's gonna come back after a long sort of time, and you never know if he's gonna come back at his best of his form. You know what I mean? And when you know the fact that we've actually won many trophies with this back three system under Thomas Tuchel, he's not gonna adapt that easily to a back four, and not just the formation, but the way we're playing. Progressive football. Possession right from the back line. It's gonna be difficult to adapt to a back four. So when you know that fact, why not get a backup player for Chilwell? I think so. That's the worst thing for me, and it really breaks my heart that maybe Thomas Tuchel has not been given a player in the last winter transfer window where he should have been given.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, he was definitely, looking for it. I'm just more sort of thinking that, okay, fine. Finally, you have not been given a player. Now what? Now what do you do as a manager?
Post that, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can't just be sitting there and, you know, being
But
upset.
then
Like
again,
you
Miss,
have to
the thing
continue on.
is, even if you go with a back four, right, you're gonna have to have a left back in your mind. Is Marcus Alonso the player who you think you're gonna actually
He's not.
paved the
He's
No,
whole
not.
no,
season with
but
as Marcus
the
Alonso. He
thing
may
is,
not, right?
there's other tactics, you know. With Marcos Alonso, we've seen so much times when he tucks in central midfield, he plays really good defensively and attacking wise. We don't need to have Marcos Alonso being an overlapping fullback because he doesn't have the capacity to do that. Why can't we just do inverted fullbacks and have him around Jorginho, him and Aspi, and then we could go with our wide wingers that we have. We have wide wingers, but we just have never took off the brakes and we don't have that extra number in attack. Even when we play at the four at the back, we have four centre backs, right? So don't mistake it. Anytime we play four at the back, we have four centre backs on the field. So it isn't really a true four at the back we're really playing. It isn't that we're putting more players in attack. So I mean, we could talk about Tuchel missing one player, but think about all the players he have at his disposal and all the different formations he could probably use. At the end of the day, we have a 100 million striker and we aren't getting the best out of him. If there's a other manager here, they probably would have gotten the best out of him.
What a ball, by the way. But yeah, go on, man.
No, I'm just saying is that this thread back formation, who does it suit? Before we used to say, yeah, we have Timo, we want to play two up front, this and that, but who does this thread back really suit? Rudiger and Thiago Silva doesn't need it. Jorginho doesn't need it if it, with the right people around him. Our forwards, none of them suit it. So who is it really suiting? We have been playing rubbish football since October, and nobody wants to say it. And it's just really been, I don't know, it's been frustrating watching Chelsea it's probably the most boring game I watch every weekend, to be honest. And it's sad because we know the potential Tuchel has. And we know what he's done at other clubs, but for some reason he isn't taking off the brakes at Chelsea.
Yeah, no, you know what? At this point, Ryan, I can't disagree with you, man, because we watch the games, and even against Newcastle recently, when Kai Havertz scored that winner, Ishan and I, we were doing the watch along, and we were like, I don't know where the goal's going to come from. I don't know where the goal's coming from. And right at the end, a special moment, Jorginho through ball, and then Kai Havertz puts that away. It's like that on a regular basis, except in recent times when Lille, when they came out to play us and they wanted to play, toe-to-toe football with us. And I think this is where I kind of feel, when you look at Tuchel's Dortmund being in the Bundesliga, no one plays low block. Everyone wants to play toe-to-toe football. PSG, I guess Tuchel had too many players that were just high quality
I feel
players.
that's a myth too, because I write a lot on Bundesliga and that myth that yeah, it's a lot of high pressing, but it's not a high pressing and high lines is two different things. You could still have a medium to low block and a high press at the same time. But there's many times for Tuchel's Dortmund they have to break down low blocks and it just I just don't know what's going on at Chelsea. I don't know if we just cursed because we were talking about this right, last night.
Yeah.
That the how Chelsea, the reputation Chelsea has of being a defensive club. For example, if Tuchel goes to Bayern Munich, he isn't going to set out 5 players and have them stay at the back. If Tuchel goes to Barcelona, he's going to play attacking, beautiful football. If he goes to Bayern, he's going to play attacking, beautiful football. But why when managers come to Chelsea, they feel that we just this defensive team, and that's how Chelsea is as a club. Because trust me, if you go at Barca and you play that type of football, you'll get sacked because the fans do not call for that. This is Cruyff's place. This is the philosophy of Barcelona is attacking football. And best believe if Tuchel goes there, we'll have one of the best teams in Europe. So why not at Chelsea?
No, as I said, I have to agree with you. I mean, as you said in the video, if Tuchel was a Bayern Munich manager, there's no way he plays the way he's been playing with Chelsea. If Tuchel was a Barcelona manager, there's no way he plays the way he's been playing with Chelsea. It's simple as that. I just don't understand. And this is why I'm saying our team is not bad. Besides maybe Alonso and Timo Werner, we've got a high quality team, man. We have a high quality team. So and I'll ask this to Ishan first. Ishan, I can already see in the live chat, a few people are saying, I don't want to see the back 4 again. I don't want to see the back 4 again. I want to see the back 3. Ishan, do you honestly believe players like Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Christensen, you got players like Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante, You honestly, do you believe, Ishan, we are incapable of playing back four football? We just don't know. I find that very, very insulting to the players that we're saying that they're not capable of playing back four football. Like that's all of these players when they go to international football, they play back four football.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well said. And I absolutely agree to that. I mean, it's sort of a myth that's flowing around. But then the thing here is, where we are stucking is, and I've always said that to you, is that the way we play, which is possession based style, and that to developing from the back, where keeper is one of the most important player to start the passing, you know, that's where I believe an addition of a centre back, an addition of a body there, helps us to absorb the attack more from our opponents, and from there we have an extra body to latch on, get more passes and latch on a transition. That's where I feel that we're more comfortable in a back three comparatively to a back four. What happens in a back four, we get outstretched, and I always believe that register definitely has to drop back down. But then there is, it becomes a little bit more imbalanced when it comes to, man marking and heading towards transition. So I think so that's where we are lagging behind. But then it's definitely a myth, and yeah, I agree to the fact that maybe we'll have to change the way we're attacking. Maybe that's how it transcends into
I
the
mean,
way we're
Ishan, bro,
defending as well.
I want Chelsea Football Club to dominate. I want them to attack. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, and have a philosophy of when you lose the ball, how do you defend quickly? Like, I'm sick and tired of like watching us being defensively strong. Look at some of our goal scorers, bro. Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Chalaba. They're the ones who scores for us.
Yeah.
I want
I
Kai
think so. It's
Havertz.
been 2 years straight that these defenders are taking the charge, and I think so since Lampard. Even when Lampard was here, Zuma was having like what 5-6 goals with headers, and it was
Yeah.
all our defenders scoring. So, yeah, man, I
I mean,
think so.
look,
You're
I
right.
don't mind the defender scoring. Obviously, I enjoy when they score. But I'm saying players like Ziyech, Havertz, Mount, Pulisic, Lukaku. I want them to score goals, tons of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now,
why?
I think so. Miss defense might win you titles, but you're not gonna win a match if you don't score goals. You know what I mean? So that's
It's
the whole
simple as that.
story, and I
I
think so.
mean,
That's where we've
Yo,
been better as a
someone
cup team.
say, look at the games we have played back for this season under Lampard. That's enough of a sample size for me that it doesn't work. What about under Sarri when we played our back four? Our defensive record was really,
it's
really
as if
good.
we've never played back four or something.
And
Ashley
people doing
House,
like
like,
you
come on,
can't.
man.
Yeah, I know Ishan saying build up, having three centre backs help, but at the end of the day, you can still build with three at the back. When you have four at the back, just have one of your full backs stay as a wide CB while the other one presses up and the winger drops deep. You could create a 3-4-3 like that and build up play. But the you could have a 3 or 5 at the back in the defensive phase if you want. But in attack, you need that extra attacker. I don't want to see Chaloba trying to go up and score. I don't want to see Alspi in midfield. I don't want to see I don't want to see Kante at the edge of the box.
Oh, that annoys me, bro.
And like,
Oh,
why? Like, I don't understand. I feel like honestly,
look at
I
this.
know
Look at
we
this
want
comment. Look at this comment, Ryan. We don't take risks, but still lose 4-1.
exactly. I
Like
mean,
that's what
to be
burns me.
honest, I
That's what
feel like
burns me.
I'm not even watching Tuchel ball. I feel like I'm watching Allegri ball. To be honest, like it
No, this
feels
isn't
like.
Tuchel ball, bro. This isn't Tuchel ball. Like we've seen Thomas Tuchel manage other teams.
Yeah, but
Um,
maybe you can do that defensive dumb stupidness with players like Neymar and Mbappe and Verratti and stuff like that because they won't really fall for that, you know? I just, but I watch him at Dortmund because I feel like Dortmund, he had the least board pressure. So I think at its purest form, Dortmund is his, how he played and what he did. He had fullbacks who pressed up high as wingbacks. He had inside forwards. He had attacking 6 or 7. He had one touch, quick football. And that's with subpar players too, yeah? That's not with world
yeah,
class players.
yeah.
And to be honest, I I I just don't know why he can't take off the brakes at Chelsea. But some blame has to go on him because at the end of the day, even with subpar players, Klopp implemented a philosophy and risked losing, but he wanted to have those dynamics instilled in his players, no matter what your quality is. But it feels that with Tuchel, he problem solves. he wants to do anything for a win. So he doesn't mind playing the worst, most boring football ever, so that we win. And that could be board pressure too. That could be because if you lose at Liverpool, you don't get fired when Klopp came in. But if you lose at Chelsea, nobody cares about your reputation. You get fired. So maybe that's why there's that kind of fear when you come into Chelsea that I need to do anything to get 3 points. I don't care how we get it. I don't care how we look, but and I don't have time to put in a
Yeah,
philosophy. All I
there
need
is
have time to
definitely
do is win, and
there is
that's probably why.
definitely an element of that. There's no doubt about that in Chelsea Football Club.
People say
Um,
Pep had 4 to 5 years, bro. Pep win a league title in the second year, right?
yeah, he came third in the first year. It wasn't as if he was a flop. Like,
Uh,
and then second year he
Pep
won
and
the
Klopp
title.
had 4 or 5 years. Yo, when Klopp came his first season, didn't he win or nearly win Europa League too?
Yeah. He
And
lost
they
the
played
Europa.
really attacking football. I knew they used to win like 4-3 and concede a lot, but he still implemented a philosophy with the players he had. Then he got good players and they fell into the mold and become a dominant force. But he was brave in that first year to implement his philosophy no matter what.
But you know what, Ryan? I think you might have just hit the nail there. I think what you just said, that maybe there's an element that in Chelsea, if Tuchel took the time that Klopp took, he probably would have been sacked by now. So there's that element of, yeah, build your philosophy, but you better be picking up those 3 points
And that's
and you
why
better be winning. And when you get into that mindset, Thomas Tuchel is just thinking about. And this is the thing. This is what I want to say, ladies and gentlemen. This season, it is what it is. Let's forget it. It is what it is. We've got quite a few things to play for. But what I'm saying in terms of forget it is like forget a philosophy. Let's just see what's going on in the Champions League. Hopefully, we can win. But next season, I do want to see Thomas Tuchel ball. I want to see Tuchel ball. I want him to play good football. Now, some of you are saying, Miz, this is not his team, this, that, and the other. That is mad disrespect to some of the players that we have.
I think
Mad disrespect.
at Dortmund that was his team too. You think those were the players of his dream at Dortmund? No. But
No.
he coached
And he
them.
complained. And Ryan, he complained about the players he had in PSG. He said it was too much ego to control.
Yeah. And one thing I want to mention about, Tuchel ball and this that we do anything to win, right? 3 points, 3 points. By the end of the day, we're doing anything to win, but we still fought. We're still gonna be fought or fighting for fourth. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, all that scratching and clawing to get 3 points, it still hasn't done us any justice. If it would, we'd be second right now. But we're in a top 4 race, and it's most likely that Arsenal or Spurs might go above us, and we might be in Europa. Listen, with the fixtures we have, I would not be surprised if we are in Europa League. And
We could possibly, bro. We could possibly be. And that's the scary part.
What signs does it have that Chelsea would not lose those games from a performance point of view?
I honestly cannot put my hand on my heart and say, oh, we're going to blow Arsenal apart. We're going to blow West Ham apart. Because I've not seen our attacking prowess to have the confidence to say that, yep, we're going to win. And this is why I'm saying this season, it is what it is. Let's just move on with it. We had a lot of adversities. Even now, we're hearing Thomas Tuchel with personal issues. With the whole ownership situation as well, I'm pretty sure it can't be easy for some of the players and their future. Some of them are probably thinking, am I even going to be a Chelsea player next season? So, look, it is what it is. We play this season out. And I want to ask this to Ishan first, then I'll go to Ryan. Ishan, next season, you do want to see us have a lot more flair in attack, yeah? Or are you going to be happy with the way we're playing now?
And I think first of all, just like Thomas Tuchel wants, I think so he should be given the players of his choice. You know what I mean, to implement his style of football, regardless whoever it is. And I think so that's where the step comes. Where he has the liberty and the authority to actually go out there and play that fearless football that he wants to play. And I agree with Ryan. I think so. There are multiple ways of playing this way. With much more flair and attacking. without worrying much about defense. You know what I mean? And Thomas Tuchel has that capability. He's done that in Dortmund. He's done that in Mainz. But yeah, I think so. The thing which is restricting is maybe just the set of players that we have. Few players he might to change here and there. But I think so. You're bang on, miss. Next season, it has to be that flawless football right from day one. Because the way we are playing now, it seems like a little bit of lost focus here and there, a little bit of misconcentration, we get pumped. We get pumped, and we don't have any sort of ideas how do we score. Next season, it shouldn't be that. It should be that free flowing football, more natural creativity into the pitch. And yeah, I mean, a bit more set of players with Thomas Tuchel's, the way Thomas Tuchel wants to play. So yeah, next season, I think so. It should be detrimental for Thomas Tuchel itself, man. If this is the same thing, we're gonna go ahead in the next season as well. Man, oh man, question has to be asked, isn't it?
You have to. I mean, you can't win the league, Ryan. You cannot win the league this way. What's our aim? To win the league, right? You cannot beat Man City and Liverpool playing the way kind of football that we play. It's simple
Yeah,
as that, right, Ryan?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm just admiring the way
I don't think
Barcelona
so.
move the ball.
The way we are playing any game, whenever we hear the likes of Liverpool, Man City, for example, we're playing a Liverpool next game. I don't think so. Any single fan can be confident the way we play. Naturally, the way we play currently. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It's mad. The way we
It
drew
is.
Real Madrid, we thought that we're going to be dominating, but then look at us now. It seems like it's going to be a difficult day.
Yeah. See, Ishan, I'm more confident when we play these sort of teams. I'm more confident when we play Real Madrid, Liverpool, because those teams, they want to come and play. So it then opens, we can have toe-to-toe
Yeah.
football. Like Carabao Cup, we had some clear-cut opportunities against Liverpool. We didn't take those advantage. Real Madrid, we
That game
didn't.
was ours, miss. That game,
We should have won
slipped
that.
that game.
We
We
should have won
slipped that
that.
game.
We should have
Exactly.
won that.
We were the
Two
better.
Mason Mount opportunities, one Christian Pulisic opportunity. Lukaku's goal
Havertz
should
missed
have
as well.
stood.
Couple of them.
Havertz as well. Lukaku's goal should have stood. VAR
Yeah,
stole the
exactly.
goal.
Exactly.
We should have won. We should have won. But-
Yeah, someone said Chelsea ain't best in Madrid this time around. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if we get humbled by Madrid, because that against Barcelona, that was a one-off, and they didn't have their best player on the pitch. Telling you, Madrid is a good team, and they are winning La Liga, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get absolutely humbled this round.
I tend to think we're not going to get humbled. I tend to think this Madrid team, yes, they've run away with the La Liga, no doubt. But I think what I saw against PSG, let's be honest, and Ishan, we've covered both the games, Real Madrid versus PSG, both legs.
Yes. Yes.
Let's be honest, Real Madrid should not have gone through. Real Madrid
Yes.
went through just because last 20 minutes of two legs.
100%. I think
This-
so. The last game that Real Madrid faced, they got 3 freaking penalties, out of which Benzema missed one and scored twice. He was about to get a hat trick
Yeah.
with penalties.
Look, they're a good
That's bad.
team. They're a good team, no doubt. But we won't get humbled by them. I feel like
You think we would do better
I think
against
so. It's going to be
PSG
difficult for Madrid.
and
Yeah.
Barcelona?
I agree with you.
You think we would have
We-
done better against PSG and Barcelona with our current form? That's
we-
what you ask yourself.
if we played this Barcelona, I don't think we would be able to handle the way they move the ball around. If we played PSG, I think we can go PSG. Because I've seen enough of PSG as well. They rely a lot on individual moments, like Ishan and I, we were saying. I remember Kylian Mbappe. His pace would have been something that none of our defenders would be able to handle. But overall, that team is not a very functional team. PSG, they're not very functional. One thing that we do have, and I don't want to just dwell on this Brentford game because defensively we're a lot more solid than that. I've seen enough when they opened. Barcelona almost scored. The one thing that I have seen, boys, I draw back to the game against Lille, when the opposition tends to come out and want to play football, we don't look that bad because I feel like our football is still somewhat tailor made to counter attacking football. But when it comes to deconstructing the opposition and opening up, that's something we don't know yet. We don't know how to do that. We really rely on individual moments. So, having said that, if Real Madrid is smart, if Real Madrid want to win this tie, if I'm Real Madrid's coach, Ancelotti, I would allow Chelsea to have all the ball, and I would look for a counter attack.
Yo, Ancelotti was gonna do that regardless if it was Chelsea or not, bro.
So
Ancelotti was
if
gonna have that low block ready to go.
yeah, and I feel like he might do that because he'll probably think at home, Chelsea, they might have a lot of energy as well. Young players, Real Madrid players, they're aging as well. Especially their midfield, their fullbacks, and then they'll try and see if Benzema can do some madness. But this is where I'm hoping the back three that we have can able to manage Benzema and Vinicius Junior. I wouldn't be trying to go toe to toe because if Real Madrid tries to come at us, I think that then opens up the game for Kante. That's when Kante comes to his element. This is what we did to them last season as well. So the amount of space Kante got into last season because they were trying to play toe to toe football with us. Yeah, and then we have players like Pulisic and Havertz, and even last season it was Timo Werner. We created a lot of havoc for them in their defense. But if they sit back, I mean, Ishan, what do you think, bro? I feel like if Real Madrid sit back, then we have a problem.
Yeah. I think so. That is that is that's what Real Madrid are gonna plan, regardless. And I agree with Ram there. They're gonna put a low block and rely heavily on Vinicius Junior with a counter attack, and also Benzema. You know, all we have to watch is Benzema. I'll be very, very honest with you here. And even maybe even Real Madrid knows that. The way Benzema has been scoring for them, he's been the one man army for them. You know what I mean? He's been the most threatful guy. Uh, he looks like he's in his form of his life. He's in a purple patch. It seems like he's the only man. If we keep a check on him, fine. Or else, I think so. I agree with you. On the other hand, I don't think so. There's will have to struggle a lot. I believe that they will have to, actually big up their game a lot in order to defeat us. That's what I believe. Because just because that maybe one of the point is we actually turn out good in Champions League games and cup games, those sort of ties. And our midfield also looks much more pacier than what Real Madrid's midfield is at this point of time, and then maybe it is the counter attack of Real Madrid, especially when it's going to be
Yeah.
the game at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
It'll be
The team is
counter-attack.
tailor made for counter attack, isn't it, Ishan? Like
Yeah.
Vinicius Junior, Benzema, Valverde. It's tailor made for.
It seems like they've transitioned themselves into a counter attack team now, more with knowing the fact that they want to play Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro, but then they know the fact that they don't have much pace in them for that. Maybe hence you can have the likes of Modric trying to help Benzema and Vinicius with those passes for those counter attack gameplays. You know what I mean? So yeah, and especially at Stamford Bridge, I think so. It'll be those kind of games.
No, it's going to be an interesting affair. Ladies and gentlemen, halftime, Barcelona versus Sevilla, 0-0. Barca's come close a couple of times to scoring. Sevilla, I don't really think has had any clear-cut chances. Osman Dembele has been on fire. Pedri, again, his passing range. Frank de Jong has been playing really well as well. Pretty certain they're probably going to open them up in the second half. I feel like if there is a goal coming here, it'll be Barcelona. They've come very, very close. Ryan, from what you've seen so far in the first half, how's both the teams performing, Sevilla and Barcelona, from your perspective? Ryan, you're on mute. Is Ryan there? Oh, Ryan just said that he's going to be back in 2 minutes. Ishan, so far, what have you seen, bro, in terms of Sevilla and Barcelona?
Yeah, I think so. Barcelona have missed some few good opportunities. It should have been easily maybe 2-0 if I'm not wrong for Barcelona. A couple of easy chances. Frankie de Jong's header, and maybe Aubameyang missed that tap in, one of those
True,
tap ins,
true.
and yeah, even at the end there were a couple of chances. So yeah, I think so. Barcelona's all over Sevilla. Sevilla's trying to, rather trying to pressurize Barcelona on counter attacks, but then Barcelona looks they're dominating the whole game. It seems like they're gonna score. If I had to predict, maybe it seems like they're gonna score uh, the next half. It's just that they have been that they've not been that much clinical at the end, or else it easily could have been 2-0 to Barcelona at this half.
No, for sure. Chelsea fanatic. Big up Miz and Ishan. The Ricketts with a good plan, but will they follow through? That's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? How do we know? How do we know? But the same thing can be said about Todd Bowley as well. We don't know. Ishan, I haven't been able to talk to you about this. Now, obviously, it's halftime. Maybe we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Chelsea ownership situation. Are you just fed up with it, bro? Like, are you at a point where, you know what, just give it to Ricketts, man? Just let's move on. Let's move on. I mean, I'm fed
Miz,
up.
you're
Like,
so spot on. You're so spot on this right from day one. Seems like the Ricketts are gonna get it regardless. Regardless, not get it, given. You know what I mean? They're
they
gonna be
already got
given.
it. They already got it.
Maybe they got it. Yeah, they got it. And that's why maybe there's so much sort of the other bidders as well are not liking this as well.
Yeah.
There's so much riffraff from their end as well, because they know the fact that the Ricketts are getting some sort of privilege and private moments with the Chelsea board, Bruce Buck and the supporters team, which they're not allowed to apparently, and Bruce Buck also playing a sort of, I don't know what he's trying to do here, but I think so. The thing is done. You're absolutely spot on here. I'm so fed up with this. Uh, I think so. The Ricketts have it in the back end. Now it's more like what, Miss. It does not make sense to prolong this whole journey. This could have been done way back earlier. Making a
Just
short
give it-
list which is not short enough. You've got the bidders in. You've put that deadline, but then eventually the deadline is not a deadline where a new bidders can come up and bid again. How does it make sense? How does it make sense? You're actually prolonging this journey for nothing, for people to actually forget what the Ricketts have been doing. Maybe the Ricketts can come up with new plans, try to impress the player, the supporting group, and maybe the Chelsea board and the fans. And by the time we forget things, maybe then announce Ricketts. I think so. That's the plan, man. I don't see this going anywhere else. And man, it's going to be difficult days if this happens. You know what I mean? We can only just wish and hope that it's not those Ricketts. Regardless, whatever they've done, I don't.
Yo, what's going on? Last time I read news, Catalina Kim was tweeting people. Did I miss something in 2 weeks?
Yeah, she was doing a bit of a remontada, Catalina Kim, but
Yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks, eh?
it's been a long 2 weeks.
Off of Twitter.
Ryan, I'll ask you now, bro. I mean, looks like the entire world is looking to give it to Ricketts. Are you fed up as well with the whole saga, Ryan? That just give it to Ricketts. Let's just move on now. Like, it is what it is. Like, seems like no one really cares about what the fans have to say. Chelsea's still in sanctions. We need to get out of the sanction. How are you feeling about the whole situation with the Ricketts, man?
Nah, I've just been keeping a big distance from it, to be honest, because I don't know, like, just my personality. I just cut off everything from the outside and just focus on being happy and stuff. So I find those news very it stresses me out, stuff like that. So I just keep away, because whatever is going to happen is going to happen. So I'll just keep away until it happens, and then I'll say what I have to say or not. I'll keep it between myself. But I just hope for the best. Pray to God that things work out. But other than that, I can't do nothing else but make sure my ship is clean and good, and my grass is watered and flowers is growing. So that's all I do, and that's how I live my life.
Whoa, man ended up with a poem at the end, man.
I love it. Yeah, now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say as well, I'm just fed up with it. Like, if it's the Ricketts, just give it to the Ricketts. Ishan, we've now done protest. The fans have done protest. Like, what more? How shameless can the Ricketts be to still be running when you can clearly see no one wants you? Just give it to them. Just give it to them.
Exactly, man. Exactly. The what else can we do, right? I think so. That's the only thing. That's the last move that we as fans could make. Socially, create awareness. Socially, say no to tickets. And not just that, the content creators protest that we had, and on the other fans and the supporters group protest that we had, we've done that as well. What else can we do? It's nothing in our hands. The worst part is there are higher powers who gonna decide this thing, which I believe is already decided, and that is
Yeah.
against our will, and maybe that's why more time is being taken to announce the whole thing, or else it doesn't make any sense to wait this long. So
Yeah, they're
yeah,
just trying to smooth out the. They're just trying
yeah,
to smooth out the fans, and that's why
yeah.
they're trying to prolong it so that they can get into a situation where they can. Okay, now everyone's acceptable. Like, look at me, I'm acceptable of it now. They're hoping that
Yeah.
there's more people like me. You know.
I mean, Miz,
Um,
it'll be that kind of situation. You'd remember, right? We've gone this phase where, initially we were like, no, no, Roman should not sell it. Roman should not
yeah,
sell it. Keep it. Maybe let go a little bit, and then maybe join back when the things,
yeah,
just normalizes later on. We were at that position. Then the government pressurized us, and now it's like Roman sell ASAP. You know what I mean? If you
yeah.
sell, it's good for us. Sell ASAP. Roman sold, and now we're like, all right, the Saudi media group has to get it, or else it's the best thing that we can do. Saudi media groups kicked out of the whole scenario. Now what we're seeing, we're trying to adjust in the amongst the bidders who we initially were not comfortable. We were not comfortable with Bowleys initially. We wanted the
No, we
Saudis,
know. Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
yeah.
Now what we've been doing is, since Saudi have been kicked, we're trying to compensate with our own thought process, and we're trying to go with Bowley. But no, the back end says, listen, the Ricketts are gonna get it. They're getting the highest preferences here. They're breaking the whole, sort of rules and regulations, but then still they're gonna get it. The fans are against it, but no, now they're saying that, all right, let's longer the process. Let's stretch the process more. Let people forget what is happening. Let Ricketts come out with flowers and chocolates and toffees and teddy bears, and let the people forget it, what's happening at the back end. And then maybe eventually when the results are declared, people have to accept it, and that's how
Yeah,
it is, things are going at this point of time.
yeah. We can do all the protests, but at the end of the day, they'll sell it to whoever they want to sell it to, and then you have to accept. You have to accept. It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, you guys talk about the match. Let me just quickly pray. I need to pray. Obviously, the fasting day has started. I just need to quickly pray before second half starts. I'll catch you guys very soon. Just talk amongst yourself, or if you want to talk about the comments, address some of the comments.
Yeah.
You guys can do that. Give me about 5-10 minutes. I'll be back.
All right. Ryan, let me know what's up, what's going in life.
Now, do you watch IPL or cricket or anything, or you just football?
No, I'm watching IPL. It's
Who,
more like I return. I come back from work, and it's like just to relax a bit. I have to watch IPL. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I'm more into football.
Who's your team? Who's your team? IPL.
I support Mumbai Indians. Like,
Mumbai. At least it's not CSK, right? 3 L's in a row.
yeah, nah, CSK is a good team, to be very honest. But then yeah, rivals are rivals, man.
Where from India are
But
you
it's
from, bro?
different. Huh? Sorry.
Where from India are you from, bro?
Now I'm currently settled in Pune, but now I'm working in Delhi.
Okay, yeah, I support Delhi Capitals, bro.
Oh, is it? Wow, great, man. Yeah, they've
Yeah,
got a good team, but seems like they make
yeah,
quite some mistakes
yeah, they might.
in the mid game.
Yeah, they have a good team to do okay, but I don't think enough to win this
So you watch
tournament.
cricket regularly or what?
Yeah, that's my relaxation sport, man. I get too worked up for
Yeah,
football. I always
yeah,
analyzing and
exactly.
my head hurts. So cricket, perfect
Yeah,
relaxation sport.
no, 100%, man. You know what? Even I've sort of built that relationship with football over the past few years. That cricket, there's a little bit of detachment when it comes to emotions. You know what I mean? Now my emotions are more into Chelsea Football Club, but then you're spot on, man. When I watch cricket, it's more like relaxed entertainment.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's that kind.
Yeah,
So
just
for
to sit back and enjoy. But yeah,
yeah,
how you feeling against Real Madrid? Since these people who's watching probably want to hear about Chelsea. So how do you feel about the Real Madrid match?
yeah. I think so. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, man. Listen, the way we showed up against Brentford, any team in the world could come up and beat us. You know, the way we showed up against Brentford, especially in the second half. But yeah, I don't think so. The way we blipped against Brentford will do that against Madrid. So for Madrid, I think so. It's going to be difficult for them to beat us. As far as I know, I think so. There's a huge chance for the match to go into penalties as well. I won't be surprised if that happens. But then yes, Madrid
So
will have to work hard.
question is, I know a lot of people don't like this midfield. I don't like it for all matches either, but do you think this is the best match to play a trio of Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho to really overpower Real Madrid and stop those transitions and control the game and do those counter attacks too?
No, man. Absolutely not. And I've spoke with Ms. also about this, man. I really don't think so. That's the way, because it worked last season, maybe a couple of games here and there, but this season we tried one game, and it just went upside down. Things went upside down when it seemed like we were so confused. I don't remember which match was it, apparently, but we started with Kante, Jorginho, and Kovacic. And the first half, after first half, I think so. Kovacic was subbed off in 45th minute, and after that, things went smooth. But in the first half, we went with the front. We went with the mid three of Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho. It seemed like all the three were confused what to do. It seemed like
Yeah,
Kante
who
did
should
not
drop back?
knew.
Who should?
Yeah,
Yeah,
now it seems like Kante did not knew what to do. What is his role? To drop back, to go in front, man mark. Same goes with Kovacic. Jorginho was doing his role, but he was getting man marked quite heavily. It was too much uh, clobbering out there in the midfield. I really don't want that, man. Ryan, I think
so
so. It's
I'm
better to
guessing
go
for
with
you it's a Kovacic Kante then. If I'm catching your drift, Kovacic
yeah,
Kante for you then.
yeah, 100%. I won't mind if Jorginho plays as well, but Ryan, the thing is, Jorginho's not been in the best of his form lately, as far as
Yeah,
I can say. Because listen, Jorginho can be a very very good player when he's actually clicking good, but when he's not, it seems like he loses a lot of possession, and in those areas where he loses possession, it becomes so crucial, man. It becomes so difficult for the centre backs also to hold and to take the ball back from the opposition. So I think so when he's not having the best of his form, maybe just we can go with ahead with Kovacic
I
and
think
Kante.
the more physicality and energy in the midfield, the better for us. So especially as we aim into counter attack, probably having Kovacic and Kante would be, you know,
Yeah,
best thing going forward.
exactly.
I'm very surprised, boys, that Kova doesn't start always. Like, I don't understand why sometimes.
It's probably a fitness thing, eh? I think they tried. He really tried to take
Maybe,
care of cover.
maybe. I'm very surprised that he didn't start against Brentford. I had it in my preview, Kovacic and Kante. Um, let's talk a little bit about Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Obviously, Ryan, we did that video and you gave me your perspective. Ishan, how you feel about Ruben Loftus-Cheek, bro?
Uh, he has to go. That's what I feel about. I mean, listen. When he plays well, and I'm talking about, and I'm taking reference from his form in the initial part of this season where he was actually playing well. When Kovacic was injured, and he jumped on and actually, he was playing well. He was, we were relying on him. He was playing well, dribbling down players, bodying players, and with a good progression gameplay that he actually plays, he was doing well. But when he has bad games, it seems like, man, he's ghosting around. What is your damn role? You know what I mean? It
And
does
he's
not
ball
make any
watching a
sense.
lot. Like he just
Yeah,
watches the ball.
he
Like,
watches the ball, and when he loses the ball, it seems like he's got no responsibility to track
yeah,
back.
yeah,
Where for a double pivot, it's so important to track back, because
yeah.
if being a double pivot, if you don't track back, you're actually making a couple of
You're
players.
exposing the defense. You're exposing
Yeah,
the
a couple
defense.
of players are might be on the loose there to actually receive the ball and put the ball at the back of the net. So yeah, Loftus-Cheek either needs to improve this season when we're needing him, or else I don't. even find the reason for him to be playing in any sort of match. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's difficult, man. And I think so. I agree. I've watched your video as well with Ryan, the tactical analysis where you've talked about why not Saul, right? So yeah, why not Saul, man? When
Hey,
when you know the
watch our
fact.
video, bro.
Yeah. I know that, right? Yeah. So it was a good video, and the point that you guys made, why not Saul? I think so. That also opened my mind, and just if I, if Loftus Cheek is playing the way that he's playing, I think so. Saul is being playing better, the way he was playing. You know, the chances that he got, I think so. He played decently, man. So why not Saul?
Yeah.
Ryan, do you think there's this stigma and somewhat of a I feel it is a bit of a misconception. Thomas Tuchel talked about selecting the reason why he selected Ruben Loftus-Cheek to give us a little bit more height and physicality. Nor did he give us height in set pieces, nor was there any physicality. Do you feel sometimes this is a bit of a lazy thing to say that? I mean, you look at the Man City team. It's not like they're supremely physical. They just know how to play football, and they make every other team look stupid.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a bit of a lazy thing to say that if you're playing in the Premier League, you have to be physical, you have to have height, or else you can't play football?
Well, one thing I think a lot of the excuses Tuchel makes, I think he just makes excuses to protect the players, and it could be some of the dumbest excuses ever. But he
Yeah.
tries to protect his players or protect them from the spotlight. With respect to the physicality in the Premier League, yes, it's very physical. But to be honest, I think we've seen in recent times that there's a way to play around that physicality if you really have that football intelligence. And yes, the physicality will always be there, but it's not always about being rugged and bumping into players and winning headers and tackling hard. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing where to be at the right time.
No, 100%. Sevilla almost had an opportunity there, ladies and gentlemen. They've come out off the blocks on fire in the second half. Maybe that was a foul on Daniel Vez from Eric Lamela. Was it Lamela or someone else? But ultimately, they were able to defend that, and Ter Stegen was able to get onto that ball. Yeah. At the end of the day, they came together and they scrambled for defense there. A big opportunity there for Sevilla to make something out of it, but we'll see. Bit of injury time going on at the moment. Dani Alves is still down. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. This stadium is incredible. Honestly, boys, one stadium that I would love to go, there's many stadiums that I'd love to go, but a couple of stadiums, especially in Spain, is Camp Nou and the Santiago Bernabeu. This stadium looks immense, man. It looks like a coliseum. Look at the size of it.
I think so.
They had
Most of the
99,000 people.
stadium, yeah, 99,000.
And today sold out. Today sold out too.
Oof.
Wow. But I've seen that, man. I mean, stadiums in Spain are massive, man.
They're
You don't have to look at
Huge.
Santiago Bernabeu and Camp Nou. Look at Sevilla's home stadium. It is mad.
Yeah.
You remember the game against Sevilla and our last
West
season's
Ham.
Champions League.
Recently as well, West Ham,
Wow,
yeah.
recently at West Ham, yeah. And against I've seen a couple of Villarreal games as well. Their stadium is mad.
Huge.
I mean,
Huge.
wow. Spanish stadiums are good. But then my favorite is Allianz Arena, Bayern Munich. That is my favorite.
Oof. That's a good
That's the
stadium,
best.
bro. That's an electric stadium. Yeah. I can't say there's too many gorgeous stadiums in the Premier League. Like,
Yeah,
Stamford Bridge looks nice, but it's small. It's only 40,000. Do you know what I mean?
I think so. The only one which comes to that stature is Wembley.
Wembley, yeah.
Yeah. And of course now the Tottenham chicken.
Yeah, that one's
on
a
top
huge
of
one as
football
well.
stadium.
The capacity of 80,000, Tottenham
Yeah.
Stadium. But yeah, this is something that the new owners will have to also think
Yes.
about because, yeah,
Speaking about football, right? Yeah, obviously, 'cause
I mean,
that's what we
what
talk
have we
about.
been
Yeah,
talking about?
I know, no. But speaking about like
Have we
types of
talking
football, right?
about? Have we been talking about women's
Speaking
wear or
about
something?
golf, right? Speaking about golf. No, I was just thinking, like Premier League in recent times, it's been doing really well. But when you think about the type of managers has been winning the Premier League over and over, it seems like it's been a tradition of um past decade. It was Spanish football from 2010 to 2015 that really took over the world, that style of football. From after 2015, it's been German football that's really been taking it. Before that was
Mm.
probably Italian football, Mourinho, and Portuguese football that really took over the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking everybody bigs up the Premier League at being the best in the world, most entertaining, and maybe yes, maybe not. But speaking about England's impact on the footballing world, did
Mm-hmm.
did they and English football? Did English football really have an impact on the football world that people take an English philosophy of football and bring it to La Liga or bring it to the Champions League or bring it to Serie A or even have English managers that really came and revolutionized
Bro,
the sport?
what type of a question is that? Look at what England does in the national team. They're rubbish. They've had zero impact, bro. No one wants any English. Look,
No, because you can't see that because there's the golden generation of England has probably some of the most technical players in the world.
yeah, but
You
they've
know what I
still
mean?
played rubbish.
No,
Like,
I'm talking about as a okay. I'm not talking about national teams here. I'm talking about the style of English football, right? Then that
oh,
era, you could say those midfielders could have gone part of power with Xavi and Iniesta and
oh,
stuff
you're
like
talking
that.
about like Frank
Yeah,
Lampard, Steven
yeah,
Gerrard, Paul
yeah.
Scholes.
I'm not talking about national teams. I'm talking about English football as a whole,
Okay,
what they
okay, yeah.
contributed. But I'm talking about in this era of English football, I don't see any impact that they're making on world football as other countries do, like German football right now and German managers, and Spanish football and
Mm-hmm.
Spanish managers before, and Italian
True.
football and Italian managers before that. And it's really
Oh,
interesting for a league that's the best league in the world that they have little to no impact on world football.
by the way, that passage of play from Barcelona was brilliant. Jordi Alba seems to be injured there, but brilliant, intricate passing. Ferran Torres was taking on his man and beat the man and trying to square the ball. But yeah, going back to your point, Ryan. No, it's a good question because where did Gegen pressing come from? Where did all this pressing stuff come from? Bundesliga. Where did tiki taka style of football come from? Spain. Um, you know, managers like Conte brought the three at the back vibe
Yeah.
to the Premier League. So it is a good point. What has the Premier League really showcased? Physicality. That's the only thing I can think of. Ishan, what's your thoughts? I can only think about Premier League just shows the physicality. Like
The
I've
Premier League
never
is the
seen
cardio
Hamilton.
league then. The
Yeah,
cardio
it's a
league.
cardio league.
Cardio
It is a
ball.
cardio league.
Premier
Cardio
League
ball.
just Premier
It
League,
is
maybe not
cardio
Premier
ball.
League, but yeah, I think so. English tax overhyped players. You know what I mean? Look at David Moyes saying Declan Rice is 150 million pounds. Is he mad? Is he mad?
I'll be honest with you. Declan Rice is a very good player, but for me, he's about maximum 60 million. Maximum.
I wouldn't give him a penny more than 60 million. You know what I mean? No, no, no. You're gonna get huge, similar amount of talent. I mean, with similar abilities, in maybe Spain or Italy or Germany, but then you won't get this sort of hyping. You know what I mean? The way Declan Rice has been overhyped, you won't get that in India the leagues. That maybe that's what the Premier League or maybe the English players are good at. Maybe overhyping.
Yeah, I have to agree as well. It's a very good point, Ryan, man. As Mohammed Uzair just said, pace and physicality is probably the only thing. Shubha Jyoti is saying Kunde is saving Sevilla right now. Yeah, a couple of times. Big. And here we go again. Good defending. But yeah, a couple of times. Kunde. Here we go. Counter attack. Sevilla 2v2. About to become 3v3 out wide. And it should. Oh.
Oh, that was close. But we can't deny the fact that Premier League is the best league in the world, regardless.
It's the most competitive league. It's the most competitive league. There's no doubt. You're never going to see in other leagues where Brentford beats Chelsea 4-1. Like you don't see Juventus or Inter Milan get beaten by Venezia or anyone else 4-1, 5-1. Do you know what I mean? anything is possible. Anything is possible in the Premier League.
That miss.
You look at the top 10, Ryan, in the Premier League. Right now, have a look at the table. Any of those top 10s can beat each other. I don't think you can say that with the La Liga, French
Yeah.
league, 100% you can, and also Bundesliga as well.
Closest you'll probably get is Syria to that competitiveness. But I would say post Klopp and Pep Guardiola, how do you think the fate of the Premier League will look like? Because when you
It
think
could
about
be-
world class managers and stuff like that,
It could. Oh, as in if they don't have world class managers, is that what
yeah,
you're saying?
like what post Klopp and Pep Guardiola, who's gonna take that torch and keep in Premier League one of the best leagues in the world? Because English managers aren't. Let's just keep it clear.
I think
So-
Nagelsmann could probably be in Liverpool. Luis Enrique could be in Man City. But no,
Yeah,
it's a
the
good point.
difference-
It's a good point.
But the difference between Man City and Liverpool's success is, I think so. Liverpool is highly dependent on Klopp and the way he's, inherited his qualities and principles into the team. Just look at the way he transformed the whole team from 2017 to now. Premier League champs, Champions League winners, and the other trophies that they've won as well. I think so. If it wasn't for Klopp, that would have been possible because Liverpool does not spend the way Man City spends. Man City can come up later with any manager, but with world class player and eventually win things. But that might not be equivalent to what Liverpool. If you take Jurgen Klopp out of that equation, Liverpool's gonna struggle a lot comparatively if you take out Pep Guardiola out of Man City.
I think so as well. I think the biggest detrimental effect will be when Klopp leaves Liverpool because they have a certain way of football that they've developed under Klopp, whereas City fine-tuned even more under Pep. But it wasn't as if City was playing poor football before this. Like
Yeah.
under Mancini, under Pellegrini, they were playing very decent football. But obviously Pep has fine-tuned them, and I think City is a particular club. They'll go and get the next best thing after Pep in terms of the style of football. They maybe even look at Luis Enrique. Who knows? Maybe even Xavi. We'll see what happens. But I think with Liverpool, you would almost they're talking about that Steven Gerrard possibly might be the next manager, and he's shaping. I don't know, man. Like even if Steven Gerrard comes in, let's just say for argument's sake, Klopp is there for another 2-3 seasons. Gerrard comes in and he does well at Aston Villa. I don't know if Gerrard develops as a top quality manager. I'm not sure whether they will be able to keep up. And I think Gary Neville recently said he sees Liverpool to be fourth and fifth team once Klopp sort of leaves. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
City can just pave the way out through money. That's the whole point. Liverpool might not. Liverpool might need another manager like a Klopp who builds from zero and makes those individuals 100. You know what I mean? Nobody knew about a Van Dijk. Nobody knew about a Mane, a Firmino, a Mo Salah. Klopp made these players. You know what I mean? And it'll be
This is what
difficult
I'm
to get a
saying.
manager like that.
If they get like Ishan, if they get Nagelsmann, maybe they can do something. I mean,
Nagelsmann
Ryan,
might not leave Bayern, I reckon, this early. I think so. He's there for at least a few more years.
Ryan,
Longer
who
than
do
what
you-
we estimate Jurgen Klopp to stay at Liverpool.
Ryan, who do you think comes close to the way Jurgen Klopp sort of manages his philosophy?
I would say maybe it would have to be Nagelsmann. But I see Nagelsmann more similar to Hansi Flick, to be honest. Klopp, I mean, those three managers, Klopp, Hansi Flick, and Nagelsmann, have been playing some beautiful football, man. Difference is, Nagelsmann is doing it from a ready-made team from Flick. Flick has done it with a great Bayern Munich team. The Klopp came and did it with a team that needed building from zero, and that's one thing I always respect. And he did it with Dortmund too, a lesser quality team. So and won titles with them. So I have a little more respect with Klopp on that end because I'm not sure if those managers yet could take that quality of mid quality players and make them something really special.
No, agreed, man. Even when Thomas Tuchel was, look at that from Osman Dembele. Oh my days, that is electric wing play. Oh, Ishan, did you see that?
Yeah,
Oh, bro, who's doing
Dembele
that
is
for us?
smoking right now.
Do you think Ziyech can do
Look
that
at
for
that.
us, Ishan?
Oh my days! Just with just a snap of finger, he's just
One touch,
gone.
he just took the ball away from him.
Ah,
Ziyech can do that for us. I've seen Ziyech do that for us. I'm
do
very
for
confident.
against who the honor to teams? Yo, Ziyech, bro. Once Ziyech get that pace, I'll retire.
That pace from Osman Dembele. I can see why Thomas Tuchel was keen on getting this boy. I think Chelsea was even rumored in the January just to get him in for 15 or 16 million euros because Barcelona was looking to offload him. And then there were some rumors that maybe Pulisic would have been on loan or something like that. Or, I can see why he wants Osman Dembele. I really do. And do you guys remember he said something in the press conference that I know Dembele, when he was the manager at PSG, Dembele sometimes obviously, Barcelona, whenever they played PSG, they would still keep in touch every now and then. And obviously, Thomas Tuchel had 1 year with Osman Dembele, the early stage when he was 17. I can understand why he wants a player like Dembele.
Yeah. Maybe he wanted Dembele this winter season, the transfer season, but
I think he
eventually
did, bro. I think he did in January. I think he wanted a winger, Ishan. I think he wanted a winger. I think he wanted a left wing back. And I think he also. Oh, that was close. Whose shot was that? Ferran Torres. Oh, that was well engineered into the box. So close, Barcelona again. Good save that time from Sevilla goalkeeper. But Ishan, I think he wanted a left wing back. I'm pretty certain he wanted Serginho Dest as well.
Yeah.
Right wing back. Oh, another
Wow, that
good
should have
header.
been a goal by Ferran Torres.
I mean, boys, look at Thomas Tuchel. He sold the Kennedy project to us so well, but he's never played Kennedy. So you can tell from that, he never wanted Kennedy.
Yeah.
He never wanted Kennedy. He
No,
wanted
of
a
course,
proper.
Kennedy has had his personal reasons. Just the way Mr. Kennedy moved out from WWE and joined TNA Impact. And after
Mr.
that,
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy, yes.
Kennedy.
And when he threw Hornswoggle off the ladder.
Hornswoggle.
Yeah, that's
Is
old school
Hornswoggle still there?
WWE.
No. Hornswoggle's not there.
Hornswoggle was with that Irish guy. What's his name?
Finlay.
Finlay, yeah.
Finlay. And
Finn
his
Finlay.
stick. And his stick, bro.
Oh my days.
Those
Those
were good
days were
man.
mad.
Those were good days. Those were good days.
Good old days.
We've got Olivier is saying Dembele would fit in well with Lukaku and Werner,
And
single
who?
digits goal scorers.
And who?
and the hockey
Nana.
player.
With
Oh.
what?
And oh my goodness me, big miss again.
Nah,
And this is
I
the thing
think-
with Ferran Torres. He's not clinical enough, but he gets into saucy
Miss-
positions.
I still believe in the man they call Romelu Lukaku, bro. I'll put my
You have, and you're
I
not the only
believe
one.
in
There's a lot of the Chelsea fan base that still thinks
Yeah, and
For 100
apparently we
million.
might call them Pikachu's, Ryan, but you're not one of them, so it's fine.
because the thing is, I watch a lot of Bayern Munich, and listen, I'm not saying Lukaku is Lewandowski in any way, but I see how a possession-based attacking team uses a striker, a number 9, like that.
No.
Yeah, and I believe that I'll answer that too just now. But I believe that if we have the right numbers around Lukaku and the right tactics, I think we have a player who could score 30 goals or 25 goals a season. We need to use it. We just spent 97 million on him. You know what I mean? So
Look,
It's
Dybala for
gone. It's
free.
gone. The books of accounts are balanced now. Does not matter. It's
look.
not.
No
Yeah.
banter. No, joking about the. I want to give you guys an honest answer in regards to Lukaku. Do I think Lukaku is a rubbish footballer? I don't think so. Do I think he has an attitude problem? 100%. Have we played to his strength? And a lot of people will say, why should we play? Look, when you buy someone for 100 million, you try your best to play to his strength. The way we played against Arsenal early in the season, flying wing backs, Kovacic, man, trying to find Lukaku early, Lukaku bullying defenders. Lukaku, he was Serie A top goal scorer last season. He won the Serie A. He's not a bad player. He's not a bad player. But the issue with Lukaku is he's got attitude problem. I'll tell you right now. He's too arrogant, and he thinks he thought by coming to Chelsea he's going to be some sort of that Stamford Bridge king and everyone will bow down to him. No, this is not how it works here, mate. You do have to work hard. You do have to comply with what Thomas Tuchel wants and what not. And then obviously he had his injury, and maybe he didn't appreciate the way we were playing initially, the way Thomas Tuchel had him as a sort of static striker. But maybe he didn't understand as well what Thomas Tuchel wanted. He doesn't need to be static. You do need to move around a lot more. You do need to press things that he doesn't do. But then you can also say, well, who are the players that are in and around him? Because in Inter Milan, he had players like Barella, he had players like XYZ, who knew how to utilize Lukaku. So it's both ways. But then the biggest thing, what happened was that interview, the infamous interview that destroyed the whole thing. Because if you guys remember, before the interview, I kid you not, he had a blockbuster game against Aston Villa, and he was the best player against Brighton. I still remember that performance. He scored against Brighton, and he was the best attacker for us when we drew against Brighton 1-1. And I remember
that was after he gave the interview, but it wasn't.
That was after the interview, but before the interview was released. He was on the way up. Then the interview dropped. Finish. Over.
I think what Lukaku, like what Mourinho was saying about Lukaku, he's a player that needs to feel loved, by the manager, by his players around him. He's
the sole reason of his demise, man.
He's a giant, but he's a soft giant, and I think that everybody has different psyche, you know what I mean? And when you have a player with that amount of talent, you try to learn about him and you try to make him feel like he belongs,
Yeah, no, but I mean, Ryan, you would have to agree that, as what Ishan just said, he is the demise of Lukaku, his own architecture of that, right? Like, he created this mess. Yeah. He's the one who did that interview when there was no need for that. Was there a need for that interview?
Absolutely. I mean, you could talk about demise. Demise is a strong word, because when I look at our whole team, I don't know who this system is really getting the best out of. If you put Lukaku in this system with all our players, he would be just as good, which is average, as the rest of the players. So when I think about it, demise, I think, is from a fan perspective and a manager personality, like personal relationship perspective with him and the fans and him and the manager, yes. But from a football point of view, his demise, along with all our other players who aren't doing good, is because this system isn't getting the best out of any of them.
Mm-hmm.
It took us to a place that we won competition football, but we got found out. All teams know that if you sit back against us, we will lose. And back then when we won the Champions League, teams did not know that because we were new. But we have not adapted to the new challenges that came to Chelsea. And we didn't. So we could talk about Lukaku not fitting in, but tell me one player except Kovacic and our centre-backs that is fitting in to the system, really.
And none of our attackers are fitting.
Even if you don't talk about fitting in and those stuff, you as a neutral human being, just by looking at a player, you can say that who's committed on the pitch and who's not, who's passionate enough to play, who's not, who's giving his 100% and who's not. At
Yeah,
this point
that's
of
where
time,
my problem is as well. Yeah.
Lukaku's not giving his 100%. Lukaku does not even want to run.
He
He's
looks so
jogging around.
lethargic when he plays, man.
He
He looks
he's
so
busy
lethargic.
tying
Ooh.
shoelace 5 times in a single half of a game. When the commitment level is
Mm.
not there, I really don't think so there's any sort of point talking about the system and him fitting into something or the system fitting into him. It's freaking pointless until
Yeah,
and
I
unless
agree with that.
you
I
as a
agree.
player have sort of commitment and passion to play for the team. Lukaku's not showing that. I'm
I,
sorry.
I I understand what you're saying, Ryan. 100%. The system's not conducive to any of the attackers. I get that, but also have to look at the other side of the coin, as Ishan was saying, which is yes, the system is an issue. We all know that. Oh, Sevilla almost close again. The system is an issue, no doubt about that. But you as a player, the fundamentals, like your mental state, every time I see Lukaku play, I swear he looks like he's 50 kilos heavier. He's like moving so sluggishly. He's not really looking to close down. He's not looking to
Yeah.
win I mean, you see the stats, boys. Ground duels 1, 0 out of 5. Aerial duels 1, 0. Like, I'm talking about basics. Winning your duels. That's got nothing to do with the system. Winning your duels have nothing to do with the system. You
Yeah,
do that.
first touch, receiving the ball, passing it accurately. I
Yeah.
mean, what the system has to do with it? It doesn't matter whichever system you play. If you don't want to run, if you want to jog around the whole match, you're not gonna fit into any system. If your first touch is shit, you're not gonna fit into any system. If you're not passing the ball well, doesn't matter whom you play for, Mr. Alex Ferguson or Pep Guardiola, you're gonna get your ass whooped if you don't run. You know what I mean? If you don't pass well. So that's what Lukaku has brought
Oh,
into
what
this
a
one.
banger! What a banger from Pedri!
Oh my god.
Wow! And
You
this,
see that
ladies and
guy?
gentlemen,
You see that guy?
this is Barcelona. This did look at what he just did to that midfield.
Oh
He
my
absolutely
days.
pulled the
Oh
pants down
my
of Sevilla.
days.
He pulled
Oh,
Sevilla's defenders' pants down, and what a hit! I don't even think he's a right footer. Is he a right
this
footer?
guy is magical, man.
Even the Sevilla goalkeeper's clapping. The Sevilla goalkeeper's clapping. That was a classy finish.
My
No, bro.
days.
Oh my goodness
That's
me!
what you call a generational talent.
Wow.
That is generate. This guy,
That actually is.
he's tearing apart. I've been watching it while we've been talking Chelsea football. It's like depressing me. He's been ripping apart Sevilla. Look at the defenders just sliding in and out like they're just. Kunde got sold as well.
My days, this guy's something
Was
else.
that Jules Kunde or someone else? No, it was someone else. What a hit, man! What a hit! This guy is gonna be.
Ooh.
He's 19, you know. He's 19. Oh my god! Wow.
This guy can take on two players, dribble past them, and shoot a long range outside the box. Oh my god. Whew. The first player that comes to my mind when we talk about the Barcelona of today is Pedri. What a player.
Wow, bro. Sure, bro. Yes, Pedri is right-footed. Okay. I've seen him ping passes with the left as well, man. Like, incredible the way he just sold the dummies as well, man. When we're gonna have players like that in our team? When will we have players like that who can sell the dummy, who can then whip in across, whip in a shot? That's the thing. We don't have midfielders that can shoot. Yeah.
Wow, Frankie de Jong is young as well, man. I thought he was in his.
It's a
nearing
young
his
team,
20s.
bro. It's a young team. It's not that old. I mean, obviously, Aubameyang and Gerard Piqué and all that defenders.
Frankie de Jong is just few days older than me. Wow.
My God, they've been threatening though. They've been threatening.
Yeah.
Ryan, how you feel about your team, bro?
Nah, fantastic football, man.
Ryan, get the Barcelona jersey out, bro. You know you want to.
I'm sorry to say it, man. it's really a special club, bro. Just like the history of the club, the city, everything about it, the style, play, the philosophy is really. I'm a Chelsea fan, of course, but looking from the outside in, and it's really
You're a
a
football
special club.
admirer. You're a football admirer. You
Everything
admire
about the
football.
club, its history, its people, its culture, its stadium, its football and philosophy. Everything about that club is a massive club, bro. It's honestly.
Oh my days, Pedri. Boys, do you think Spain is a huge chance for the World Cup? I'll go to Ishan. The caliber of players. A lot of people.
That's what
Ishan,
I was
feel
saying.
like
That's what I was thinking about last week, bro. I forgot to bring up that today. But Spain, that's
a lot of people are sleeping on them, Ryan.
Yeah,
Spain.
yeah.
I'll go to Ishan first up. Ishan, the caliber of players Spain has in their artillery.
Yeah.
Pedri, Danny Olmo is a very good player as well. Our boys, Aspilicueta and Alonso, are going to be there too. Hopefully they get selected. Well, I think they will get
I
selected.
just Spain lose because of Alonso.
Well, Alonso got 2 assists the other day for Spain. Like, this is the thing. It all comes down to how your manager wants to set you up and how they want to play. And some players
Well,
like
they reached
Alonso.
semi-finals in the Euros last time around.
Yeah, and you know what, Ishan? Aspi looked really good, bro. You know how
Yes.
Aspi looks sub okay. I mean, he always gives us 7 out of 10 still, but for Spain, he can play tiki-taka football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think so. When you talk about Aspi's presence in the national team, he struggled a lot when he was not given opportunities for the past, few years, and that was for a long period of time when Danny Carvajal took over, and he was the the first in terms of pecking order into the right back position. Now is the time when Aspilicueta is getting his chances, and he won't leave things aside. He won't have any stone unturned. He will go out there and give his 100% every single game. And when it comes to World Cup, especially, man, is we know that how important it is for him and the whole Spanish team. I think so. It's going to be difficult to beat Spain. Nobody should. Oh, that was close though.
Yeah.
Nobody should sleep on them. But yeah, I think so. There are other teams who might overpower them uh, just on the day when they're not clicking. It might happen.
My only worry for Spain is that they don't really have a clinical striker. They'll have to play
Striker,
with
yeah.
Morata.
Who's oh my days, Morata.
Yeah, they have to play with
They're
Morata.
still
And that's,
stuck with Morata. Oh
they're
my
still stuck with
God.
Morata. If they had like a David Villa, remember David Villa?
Oh, David Villa, man.
If they had someone like that,
David Villa was like a cherry on top of cake when they had
So who
Xavi
do you
Iniesta
think?
at the middle.
Who do you think Spain's front three gonna be?
Ferran Torres, Morata,
And Fati,
and sorry, who?
Ansu Fati.
Oh, Ansu Fati. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Danny Olmo, but Olmo is more of a.
That's what I'm thinking. If Morata isn't playing
Hey,
good,
wait. I think so.
Ferran could
Gerard
be.
Moreno is Spanish as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Play Gerard Moreno, man. Better than Morata, of course.
I think the thing with Gerard Moreno, for some reason he will be in the squad, but I think they play with more mobile strikers that can one touch play. Not to say that Gerard Moreno can't do that, but I think he's a genuine number 9. He'll just stick there. Whereas Morata, you're going to get the work rate. He'll drop deep.
Yeah, the
Rotate.
tiki-taka, he's a bit good in that.
Yeah,
The flick passes here and there. He's good at
yeah,
that.
but he's not a good finisher.
Of course
But it
not.
doesn't matter, bro. As long as you have Pedri in midfield, along with Sergio Busquets, who's going to anchor that midfield.
Yeah, and I think that Morata, I was saying Ferran's false name, but Morata is a better finisher than Ferran, so
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Even Ferran Torres is such a bad finisher. But the thing about Ferran Torres, he understands, inside wing play very well.
I don't think he's a bad finisher, As a winger, he's good as any winger at finishing. I think as a striker, though, he's not somebody who's going to get you.
That's the thing.
Those
Like
goals.
we've seen Ferran Torres score some really good goals.
Yeah.
It wasn't that well. He scored against Real Madrid, right? Classic
Yeah.
finish against.
I mean, he'd still get more goals than all wingers, so.
Yeah.
And Germany, bro. Germany's a team to look at, too.
Yeah, Germany
Hansi
is
Flick,
always.
Germany.
They're always.
This
My
Bayern Munich
favorites.
2.0.
My favorite is probably going to be either Brazil or Argentina. I feel like Brazil. This might be a South American. I know France is very good as well, but Brazil boys, Anthony, Vinicius Junior. This is probably Neymar's last chance.
Might be Neymar. We might see the
Marquinhos,
last of
Thiago
Neymar,
Silva.
Messi, Thiago Silva, Ronaldo, all of these last World Cups.
Mm, mm.
I wouldn't mind seeing Pessi raise the World Cup, to be honest.
It might
Um,
just be. It might just be, bro. Look
I'm
at
a
Xavi
big
celebrating.
Messi's probably most extraordinary player I've ever seen in my life. Yes.
Incredible player, bro. Incredible player. He's been made to play as a defensive midfielder for PSG. But you know, I don't see. Boys, do you guys expect him to stick around in PSG, or do you see another movement coming? But then again, who's going to be able to afford him?
Who's gonna? Yeah, that's the main question.
Yeah, I think he'll just stay for next season and go MLS.
I want him to just go to
I don't
South
think so.
America, bro. Just go to
He,
River
he,
Plate.
he'd rather retire than go to MLS.
Is he? What's his hometown? What's his home? Is it River Plate or Boca Juniors? What is he?
But then it wasn't. Didn't he just move to Spain when he was like 11 or something?
So he never played for an Argentinian team?
No, Barcelona bought him when he was like 11 or 10 or something.
Wow. Yeah. I think some of the Barcelona players will have Messi back undoubtedly. But
Imagine
on
seeing Messi
100K
and,
a week.
and this version of Pedri.
Oh, there we go. Newell's Old Boys. That's his team. Thank you, live chat. Love my live chat, man. Shout out to the live chat, man. Nearly 40 of you guys are here. Love you guys. Honestly, Aaron, shout out to you. Shubro, shout out to you. Child of King, shout out to you. Musa, Kumalo, shout out to you. Aloisi, Muhammad Uzair, Carefree FC, In Life No Limits. I love you guys, man. Honestly, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. I'm sorry we can't give these sort of level of games for Chelsea, but hopefully against Real Madrid. Boys, you going to be back for the Real Madrid game? Ishan, Ryan, you guys want to be here for Chelsea Real Madrid watch along?
For me, it might be quite late, but I can try.
Oh yeah. Might be quite late for you. Yeah.
I'll let you know, bro. I'll let you know.
Okay, let me know.
This is not last week of school, so I'll let you know.
No,
Or maybe
enough,
second
man.
leg, second leg.
Yeah,
By
no,
the
fair
way,
enough, man.
Inter Milan leading 1-0 to Juventus.
I have the Inter Milan one as well, up and ready. Kalanoglu, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but that Turkish guy scored a penalty. Is Inter Milan leading over there?
Yeah.
No,
1-0.
AC Milan's leading. Wow,
Oh,
Fikayo Tomori about to raise the Serie A title, is he? Fikayo Tomori?
Yeah, I think so, bro.
Giroud?
The Giroud Juju. Win a trophy where you go, bro.
Can you believe Fikayo
Well,
Tomori
he's a
about to
winner
leave Serie A
everywhere he goes,
title?
man. So right.
How's Fikayo Tomori not in the England squad, man? It's mad. Harry Maguire, Harry Maguire's in the England squad. That's the impact, Ryan. Remember you asked me about the impact that English football has left? That's the impact. Tomori not getting chosen and Harry Maguire. The live chat. Lukaku celebrating tonight. Oh, he is. He's going to be calling his boyfriend Lautaro Martinez. They're going to have a really good FaceTime.
By the way, Miss WrestleMania Night 1 was lit, man.
Bro, what's this thing? WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2. When did WrestleMania become a two-part saga?
Oh, it's been 3 years since it's done like that. It's a two-nighters now.
Yeah, but before it used to be like 6 hours long, and it used to be too long.
Yeah.
So it just made
It was like a
No,
6 hour long.
earlier, back in the days, it was just 3 hours WrestleMania. That's it. And then now, slowly it became a 4 hour. Now, when it crossed the 4 hour mark, they're like, no, let's split it into two. That they became like a 3 hour 2 nights WrestleMania. Then now it's like 4 hours, man.
Yeah, because I
for
remember
us.
I went to WrestleMania in Orlando
You
like
went to
5 years ago.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, in
Wow.
Orlando 5 years ago.
Wow.
I think it was
Wow.
2017. 2017. And
It's gonna
that
be a
was
red
the
card here, I think.
that was when Jeff and Matt Hardy came back. That WrestleMania.
Oh, the Hardy Boys.
Yeah. And that was like about 6 hours long. That started really early and it was
Do
about
you know
6 hours
what?
long.
Do you know what, Ryan? I remember it being 6 hours. I remember when I was a kid watching it at WrestleMania days, just from morning till evening. Be like a
Yeah.
huge long day.
Yeah.
I used to love the women's match. Oof.
No, this referee is dramatic, bro. Why is he raising
Yeah.
that card like that for?
Bro, he just sent off Lopetegui.
A ref, bro.
Oh, did he send Lopetegui or the assistant
That
manager?
was supposed to be red, man. Isn't it?
The assistant manager, I think he's gone. 85 minutes gone, ladies and gentlemen. Barcelona won, Sevilla nil. Sevilla are now trying to threaten a little bit. They've got a set piece
Jeez.
happening.
I know, saw the red card, sorry. I just said G's 20 seconds after. But yeah, G's, bro.
Yeah, the ref's gone mad. Rakitic with the ball, and it's been defended. Still inside the box, Sevilla. And it's
In Roma is unbeaten for their last 10 games. Mourinho ball.
Yeah, Roma. Yeah, I saw the table. Roma, 5th, Europa spot. And maybe they could jump into that Champions League. Juventus in the mud. Guys, someone in the live chat mentioned Dybala. I'll go to you first up, Ishan. Dybala on a free, man. I mean, once we get this ownership situation sorted, I don't mind, man. I really like Dybala. I think as an inside forward, very good player. Can be a cam, can be a right-sided winger,
Yeah.
false nine as well.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Dybala, bro?
Yeah, no, 100%, man. The versatility in Dybala, I think so. That's what makes him a special player, and he's a talented player. Very good technically. You know, low CG player. You know, quick feet. Very good in dribbling. Very good in one-to-one as well. Good accuracy. Shot conversions as well. I think so. Dybala is a
Good passing range as well. He's got very good vision.
Yes. He's a good all-round player. I wouldn't mind Dybala.
Ryan, I know you admire. You've mentioned to me a few times you like Dybala as an inside forward. Thoughts?
I like Dybala when he's fit, but he hasn't been really fit for the past 2 seasons. He's been a lot of injuries on and off. The best Prime Dybala has been like 2 or 3 years ago. Ever since then, he has been having 1 or 2 good performances and then dropping off and getting injured. And it's been tough for him coming into a physical league like the Premier League. Would that continue? We have so much players already injury prone. Yes, he's free. I wouldn't mind him for free, but we would need to offload some players, 1. And 2,
Yeah.
I don't think we could really count on him to really stay for a whole to be our main guy for a whole season.
Now look at this
So,
comment for you, bro. Live chat being cheeky with
Dybala,
you.
To be honest, you know what, that this could probably happen, you know. This could probably happen.
I think there's some rumors that Barcelona is in for, but even Atletico Madrid's
but
in for Dybala.
the thing is, his salary is going to be high. That's why he didn't get back at Juve. His salary is going to be high. Barca already said they can't pay high salaries, so that's the only reason why I think Dybala might not go there. I think he's going to look for a big pay for that last big contract. And
He is in his prime, bro. Like he's 28, so it's prime time.
I mean, I think I would take him for free because, as you said, it's not going to be huge. It's not like a huge transfer fee. I would take him for free, but I would be very adamant because I would warn people they're not going to get 2018 Dybala coming, playing a whole season, scoring 25 goals a game. You know what I mean? You could most likely get like a Reece James, like someone who's going to be out for 4 months a season, and then come back and then get out for next month.
Yeah, there's a big talk about Reece James. I mean, he's a superb player. Obviously, for me, he's been the most developed player from Cobham. But
Someone asked if does Dybala press. I mean, I mean, he played for under Allegri. That should answer your question about how much he defends. And he played on the
Yeah.
wing too, not only as striker or second striker. He played in a 4-2-3-1 on the wing, so that has a lot of defending to do on an Allegri team. So yes, he defends and presses.
No, 100%, man. There's no doubt about
By the way, guys,
about it.
PSG slapped Lorient 5-1, where uh, Neymar scored 2, Mbappe scored 2, Messi scored 1.
Oof.
Mbappe apparently scored 2 and assisted 3.
Oh my days.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
truly
it's,
generational.
he definitely is. The way he scored that goal against Real
Real
Madrid.
Madrid.
Oh my god, the pace, bro! My eyes couldn't keep up with it. Like that's how quick he was. Imagine if there was a French league, fantasy league. Like, is there a French fantasy league? Everyone would just triple captain Mbappe
Yeah,
on a regular basis. Really good game from Ousmane Dembele. He just got taken off.
assist as well for Dembele. That PEDRI goal was Dembele
The
assist.
Pedri goal. I mean, what type of an assist was that? At the end of the
Yeah.
day, it was all Pedri, bro.
He'll take it. He'll take it.
I love that kind of. It's like
You sound
it's
like
like
a Mason Mount fan there, bro. Mason Mount
yeah,
assist there, bro. Short
it-
pass, 2 yards.
it's like that one for Ziyech against Spurs. Everyone's like, oh, that assist from Kalamatan-Odoi. Come on, man. It was all Ziyech,
Yeah.
bro. But I have
Even
to
Callum's
say,
like, I'll take it. I'll take it.
but Callum's run was really good from the left side, cutting in and then laying that ball for Ziyech. But come on, I can never call that as an assist. At the end of the day, it was all Ziyech madness. Yeah, going back to that Reece James conversation, Ishan, are you concerned? Like he has been picking up quite a lot of these injuries, man. Like last season as well. We don't tend to get a full season of Reece James.
Yeah, man. This is the concern that we've talked about in our previous shows as well. This is something which is really catching my attention now, man. Reece James's fitness level. Is he fit? Last time he came back with a bang. But then this time around, I really don't
Banged
know.
his foot too.
Mistaken.
Had to come out.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, man, come on. Questions have to be asked, but then the thing here is the board needs to be ready as well. We don't have backup, man. That's where we need to target. Get the backups. Get more players. If not from the transfer window, get few players from the academy. There is very few games left. In the Premier League. Maybe we can test our academy for a few games. Get a left back, right back in, left wing back or right wing back player in. That might do something, instead of playing the likes of Aspilicueta and Alonso every single game.
Yeah. I think it was Ryan who asked me the other day. Do we go into the market and look for someone as good as Reece James?
Guys, by the way, Roma won a match, right? And
Yeah,
Jose
1-0.
Mourinho went out for a post-match press conference, and this is what he said to a
What did he
journalist,
say?
right? He said, "I expected a much more aggressive, negative, and violent question after listening to you on radio. You're much more aggressive and violent on the radio, but when you come here, you shit yourself in front of me." That's what he said to a journalist.
He don't hold back, bro. He don't hold back.
Classic
Mourinho.
Jose, man.
Cross coming in from Dani Alves with his left foot. Just as good with his left foot, bro, with his right. Incredible. 38-year-old Dani Alves going up and down, man. Oh, that was brilliant play, bro. Who was that? Was that Ferran Torres on that left side? Ladies and gentlemen, the match will end very soon. Pedri to Dani Alves. Dani Alves now. Oh. And the match has ended. 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. Big victory for Barcelona. Let's see where the table. I think they're sneaking up. They're really sneaking up. Oh. Wasn't 2 versus 4? Sevilla was second and Barcelona, they've literally just swapped positions.
Yeah.
Sevilla was second, Barcelona was fourth, and now Barcelona's second, Sevilla's fourth, and they have a game in hand. It is lights out. Barcelona should come second now. Incredible turnaround from Xavi, ladies and gentlemen, from where he took the team under Ronald Koeman. Ryan, I'll start with you. Barcelona winning the La Liga next season, for sure?
Yes. I think they're gonna keep on buying some good players, getting them at good prices. I think they will.
All for free as well. They've already bought Christensen. I think that's a superb purchase, Andres Christensen, on a free.
Yeah, him and Araujo will be really good. Really good. I'm looking forward to see what they do with that forward line. Still think they need a striker. I don't know how long Aubameyang will be effective for. I don't know if Adama will be staying or Dembele. So a lot of question marks about their front three rather than their midfield three. I think left back and right back is the next situation. You need to look at Dani Alves and Alba. How long they're gonna stay there? If they're gonna stick with Dest, who's gonna come in at left back? It's a lot of unanswered questions still before they win that league. But I think with Xavi and the president being so close, they're gonna work it out and they'll win. They'll probably be there competing for a league next season.
Ishan, bad boy Badra, Barcelona. Thoughts about them next season? I don't think it'll be the same. I think there'll be a proper threat in the Champions League and La Liga. They should win it. I can't see anyone else winning that.
Yeah, if you talk about this season, I think so they should be winning the Europa League. It'll be interesting to see who comes in front.
They'll potentially play West Ham, I think, if both of them go through.
Yeah, right. Who comes? I mean, actually, out of the leftover competitors, who's going to come in front in Barcelona and say that, listen, we can knock you out of this competition. It'll be interesting to see if West Ham is the team, and I really want to see West Ham versus Barcelona.
Yes.
I would definitely.
Declan Rice versus Pedri. I can't wait till the English fans say how generational Declan Rice is. He's the better player than Pedri.
But listen, it's Barcelona are on a roll. Definitely, they're finding ways to win things. This match, if we talk about this match, they've missed a lot of chances. They could have easily been 3-0 or 4-0, if I'm not wrong. A lot of chances, and even Sevilla as well. They've missed.
Second half Sevilla chances. Yeah.
So few missed chances here and there, but then if Barcelona are clinical up front, they put up score lines, just like the way they put past Real Madrid 4 goals. Those are the kind of score lines that
you want to answer this one?
Usually put in. Kimzo says, "Do you think we can beat Barcelona?"
I think we struggle. I think we struggle.
Yeah,
I really think we struggle.
I don't think so, man. This reminds me more of. If you nurture the way Barcelona is playing right now, if you nurture a little bit more, it'll be the exact same way Pep Guardiola is playing with Man City, or maybe when Pep Guardiola played in Barcelona. It'll be exact that, and we can't handle that. You know what I mean? That relentless attacks, passes, through balls, we can't handle that. So it's going to be difficult for us.
This is the beast football stars. For real, bro. What side will you be on, bro? The beauty or the beast?
I'm the beast, bro. I'm the beast.
German football is really the best mixture, of beautiful football and heavy metal football.
The only way I see us beating Barcelona is classic, let them have the ball, counter. That's it. That's what I see.
Who's going to finish the chance?
That's the issue. It's not like we're clinical up front.
We're winning expected goals. We are winning expected goals.
Shubra is now saying, now imagine Rice dominates the midfield of Pedri, Busquets, and Frankie de Jong.
You'll be modded, bro. You'll be missed.
I can't wait for Barcelona versus West Ham, ladies and gentlemen. I really cannot wait because I want these English fanboys to see exactly what Declan Rice's level is. As I keep saying, he's a very good player. But I need you guys to understand possession-based passing, brilliant football versus whatever West Ham brings. I don't know what they bring.
Whatever they bring.
Whatever they bring.
Whatever football they bring.
Now, whatever it is, Declan Rice is definitely gonna suffer dizziness after that match.
Dizziness, Max. He's gonna have a migraine. He's gonna have vertigo.
For sure.
Where's the
Um,
final? Where's the Europa League final in?
Oh, let's check that out. Europa League final.
They keep in mad places, man. Baku and
Yeah, they
whatnot.
do.
We should probably know when next year's final is too, because we might be in it.
Oh my god, the big thing, man.
Have they not decided yet? Final
my God.
2022.
Is it some American, in some American state?
It's Sevilla, Spain.
Oh,
Saint
it's in
Petersburg?
Sevilla. It's in Sevilla. It's in Sevilla.
Sevilla, Spain.
Well,
Yeah.
they're already out. Yeah, in the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium. That's a
Wow.
good stadium. Obviously, we saw that
Sevilla's
last time, yeah.
home stadium, is it?
Yeah, Sevilla's home stadium.
Oh, that is a beautiful stadium. That is a good
Yeah.
stadium.
It is a good stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up here. I really enjoyed that game. But before we go, we only need 8 more likes to get 50 likes. I think that's a fantastic achievement on a non-Chelsea game. I've just seen the views as well, just close to 2,000 views, which is once again fantastic. We're going to try and build the non-Chelsea side of this particular channel as well by doing a lot more watch-alongs. We're going to try and do some Bayern Munich watch-alongs very soon with us three. Try and see if we can get some Serie A going on as well. I would love to see our bad boy Sarri. Try and see if we can cover some Lazio games. Hope you guys have really enjoyed this. And yeah, we shall see you guys very, very soon. Make sure you smash the like button. As I said, 8 more likes. Let's get those 8 likes. We've got more than 30 people, 35 nearly. So let's get those 8 likes to get to 50. And yeah, we'll see you guys very, very soon. Until next time, everyone. Take care and see you.